Hello, everybody. Please raise your hands if you like to be on the panel. We're going to start in 2 minutes. We love that you're joining us today. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to say hello to our panelists here, and then I'll go into the attendees shortly. Hello, Amy. Hello, Listra. I'm going to go down the list again. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Will.
Hello, Julie.
Hello, Sylvie. Hello, Engineering Mike. Hello, David Schweitzer. Hello. Tim Dillon. Augustine, good to see you.
Yes,
Samsoni Noel, good to have you with us as well. Marcianne, sister. Milo, brother, good to see you. Abby, Marty, Wayne Dockery, Chris Stanovich, Barbara Johnson.
Hello.
Hi. Barrington, Tina from Singapore.
Hello.
Cheryl Beth. Hi. Alan.
How you doing?
I'm
Hello.
William Norris, good to have you with us as well. I've got 1 minute. I'm going to go down to the list of the attendees. Amy, hi. Alishide, Alfredo, Andrew, Bertilla, Carolyn, Chris Dot, Deborah, Dwayne Rogers, Galaxy, Jackie, James, good to have you with us. Jude David, Kenneth Wallace, good to have you. Lerna, I think. Linda Chpada, Lourdes, Marco, Mike Shell, good to have you. Chandan Sheet, Hashem,
coffee now.
Edith, Lisbon, Daryl Cohen, Olakunde,
That's it. You got
Roy, Jaresh, Roy, Ruth Pay, Simpson, Galaxy. All right, I'm out of time. William, Vishwamava, Shashikant. I think I got everybody. Milo, I'm sending it back to you. We're going to start the Julie and Milo show today. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to the show. Remember, there would not be a show if you was not here. So let's get this thing started. How about the Julie and Milo show? Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from near and far. Let's tell you now just who they are. Listen to the stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they're loving that OnPassive way. OnPassive. It's a here today OnPassive. There's just no better way to listen to the Julie and the Milo show. Then you will be the very first to know. OnPassive is here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way Saturday. OnPassive. Oh yeah. Julie, take it away.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is March 19, 2022. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. Today, my name is Julie. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. My dear friend, Milo. Milo, if you could please say hello.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Milo from Nashville, Tennessee.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you, everyone. All of our friends from all around the world are joining us today. We appreciate you so much. We do have friends that are actually in bed right now, supposed to go to sleep, but they want to support the Julie and Milo show, and they are here. We appreciate you so much. We do have friends from everywhere joining us today. And today we have an open mic and open sessions in the Julie and Milo show. As you understand, we're here to connect founders across the world. We're here to bring as much as value as possible. Whatever we know, whatever we think, we'll share it out here. We like everybody to, if possible, raise their opinions, talk about things, but as we all know, we are live stream right now. And so how do we represent our OnPassive company? Thank you, friends, for joining us from our YouTube live right now. We appreciate you that you are plugging in, and please support our channels that we are watching out there. Maybe you watching from OnPassive Nation, Marty, Julie and Milo, Red, Bill Musk, anywhere around the world. If you're watching right now, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell. We do have one of these live come out to you every single day, or probably 2-3 times a day even. plug in because you want to hear what we wanted to share with you. And we are all here to share with our passion, with our heart, telling us what to do. And we appreciate the opportunity that we are in. And if you want to know what opportunity we are talking about, please get back with the person who shared this message, who shared this video with you. Don't forget, you are in it, you are going to win. And we're not gonna sell you or pester you. All we gotta do is share what we love passionately. So if you are here with us, please don't hesitate to ask questions. And if you're not here with us, get back with the person that knows about this and ask them about OnPassive. I'm sending it back to you, Milo.
Hey, Julie, it's so good to be here again today. We've been missing Wednesday nights, but we've been staying true to Saturdays, and it's so good to be here with all of you. And we want to hear from all of you today. So raise your hands and let's start talking, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about today. So we're open right now. So anyone want to talk, man, raise your hands. Back to you, Julie.
Absolutely. Thank you, Milo. So first of all, I'd like to talk about what's coming up, right? So everyone do know that on Monday, we are going to have a roundtable at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So when we're all talking about come to the meeting when Mr. Ash is going to be there, we all know that Mr. Ash is going to be there on Monday. So let's come together with an open mind and an open heart to come and listen to the information that share with us and giving to us that day. And however we wanted to conclude with those decisions is really, those information, it's really up to us. Mr. Ash is going to be there on Monday. We don't know what time he will be there, but as you all know, Monday, I lost my point, but Monday roundtable session is going for hours. So we do hope that you plug in, set your alarm. It's going to start right at 2 p.m. And once you come in, you know, if you have questions, show up. Otherwise, stay plug in. Mr. Ash is going to be there. Do we know that he's going to give us dates or information? We know when he comes on, he gives us a lot, but we don't know what he is given to us on that day. So let's just come without an expectation to hear. You know, I always hope to hear things, but I'm not going to set up something where I come and I don't get the information that I want. So I'm going to come to that meeting on Monday and just be open-minded and open heart to receive the information that he shared. So that's one thing I like to talk about. The Julie and Milo show will start again, Milo, Wednesday next week. At this point, we don't have a topic. But if you like to send in or if you like to suggest some topic that we're talking about, we're more than welcome to do that. All you have to do is send us, you know, either myself or Milo. It's better if you send it to me and I will work that with Milo and we work on it. So we're going to have it on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we love for you to be there as well if you are free. That's all, Milo, I have on my book.
All right. It's exciting times, Julie. I'm so excited about what's happening. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to happen. I'm excited to hear what Ash is going to tell us Saturday or not Saturday, Monday. It's going to be a good time. And so I want to hear from some of you guys. What are you excited about? I know there's someone excited here. Raise your hands, please. All right. Do we have anyone? 1, 2, 3, countdown going, 10. There's one. All right, Marcy Ann, come on down and talk to us, girl.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited. As you guys said, we are going to travel in the world very soon. I am so excited. We are going to go out there and bless people. Remember what our CEO said. If you are not affected by somebody, you are nobody. So I am affected. I want to be somebody that is getting affected by everybody. I don't want to be nobody. And I have that opportunity with OnPassive to show myself out there that I can do things for other people, to tell the world that I am able to help somebody and help myself too. So I have to be so excited about that. And it's only in OnPassive that we can have all of the great thing that is coming. We are owning the world of the internet in a few minutes very soon. So if you are listening to us and you are not in yet, know what? Just get back to whoever direct you in this show or the YouTube channel you are listening to out there. Get the link. Join us and you will feel the way that I'm feeling. You'll be as excited I am this morning. Thank you so much. OnPassive, we are in need to win it. Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Thank you, Marcy. And up next, I'd like to hear from Amy. Amy, if you would please unmute your mic.
Hi, so we're doing some construction here, so I had to go hide from the noise. I am so excited about everything that's coming around the bend. And I just wanted to share my excitement with everyone out loud. So that's it. We're in it to win it. I'm so glad I met you, Milo. It makes me cry every time I see you. Thanks.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Amy. I'm so glad I met you too that night at Time Jumpers. All right. That's great. Good to hear you talking. Good to hear your excitement. It's time to be excited. And Marciana, that was great. Helping people. That's what it's all about. Okay, next up we got Sylvia. Wanye, come on down.
Thank you, Milo. Thank you, Julie. It's a pleasure always to be part of this great family. I don't have that much to say, but the only thing is we are all gathered here together. It doesn't matter what age you have, what type of the race. There is no discrimination. Hey, whoever want to be part of this journey, come and ride with us. We are here to be happy, to enjoy life. So the beauty is yet to come. So OnPassive is here to help us discover our inner self and know our potential. Come on here, guys. Let's share the opportunity and hold hands to hand and move on. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Silver Sister. You know, a lot of people are actually watching right now and might not understand what we're talking about. So if you allow me a few minutes, I'd like to talk about this opportunity that we all get to be part of. Some of us been here for over 3 years, some of us probably a day old, some of us 3 months, 5 months, who knows? We're all here together. So the opportunity here, everyone, we are the founders of OnPassive. OnPassive is an artificial intelligence information technology companies. We do have products. When I talk about products, I'm talking about digital products and physical products as well. We are having about over 1.2 million founders, which are customers and resellers when OnPassive launch. We're currently in our beta testing time right now. What we are doing is right now for you to want to become a founder, as like all of us, it costs you $97. Now I'm saying the price just so that we can get that number of money. We're not here to sell you anything. We're here just excited to share with you the opportunity that we are embarked in at this point. And we love it. We love for you to be part of us. In OnPassive, we do have a community called O Founders. Everything come out of OnPassive start with an O. So we are O Founders. We are over 1.2 million founders around the world. We've never had an experience or a chance to be in the community this big and everyone know each other. Imagine. Look at yourself, your path that you've gone through, how many companies that you involved in and you personally know, like literally some of the incredible stories of founders around the world. You get to know them. And this is the community, this is the culture of OnPassive. And many of us are coming from different varieties of fields, background, and great. We're a community of diversity around the world. And that's who we are. That's OnPassive and that's O Founders. OnPassive is a company that started in 2018 in Orlando, Florida. We do now have office in Hyderabad, India. We have office in Singapore. We have office in Bangladesh. And our goal is to have 1,000 businesses, physical locations around the world. And some of our founders here will be the global leaders, will be able to have offices. So there's so much more that I can tell you, but you got to be in OnPassive, be a founders, and you get the biggest treasure you ever get is the back office, which has so many information on there. You will win. OnPassive will guarantee your success. The level of success is how far do you want to go, but OnPassive give us that opportunity to do so. And OnPassive has the tools, the services for all of us to do that. So it's really depend on all of us, what you want to do for your business. So I think that's more than 5 minutes. But there's so much. I can sit and talk to you about OnPassive, about the products, about the community all day long, but you got to be in it. So we do hope that you get back with the person who shared this with you, because the founder positions, it's not going to be available and much longer, right? Well, there is going to be an end date. You know, we don't know when, but there is very short amount of time for you to become OnPassive founders. I'm just going to send it back to Milo, and I'm looking forward to some of our founders here to share. You can talk about OnPassive, you can talk about products, you can talk about communities, you can talk about Bless. This is an open session, mastermind session, you may call today. So I'm sending it back to you, Milo.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. It just depends what we want to talk about. So we like to leave this open, though, for people to talk. It's time to get excited. It's time to talk about what is OnPassive going to do for you. And I see a hand up, and man, you are looking good today. Cynthia Brown from the City of Brotherly Love. Come on down and talk to us.
Hello, everybody. I am busting at the seams. I'm telling you, I'm so excited right now. I've always had a thing for helping the homeless, right? And when I see the 3D printing and the shipping containers and everything, this is my dream coming to fruition. I've been talking to people about this for over 5 years now. People have been thinking I'm crazy. Nobody will listen to me. This is a solution to homelessness. We can literally eradicate homelessness because we have a vehicle in our hand that's going to just take care of the world. This is so amazing. I just wanted to say that because I'm so excited. I don't want to take up a lot of time, but good times is coming, and I'm so glad to be a part of OnPassive and Bless and all of that. I'm just here for it. Thank you.
Cynthia, that is awesome. And you know what? Me too. 3D printing has been, you know, I talked about it. I remember the first time that I actually come out and said something to someone was on a plane, and that was in 2013. And I said there was 3 things I thought was going to change the world. And one was drones, one was 3D printing, and the other was, I think, crypto, but I'm not sure. I can't remember the third one, but anyway, I'm so excited too to see the 3D printing and to see the homes being built by 3D printing and everything that's going to happen. It is literally going to change our world and going to change the way we do things. I love it, and it's time for everyone to get on with technology. There's no better thing than OnPassive. Back to you, Julie. Sorry, I had to jump in there.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if you've seen the 3D printing that built houses out there. I mean, imagine how long does it take to build a house? Right now, you can build one using 3D printing in 48 to 60 hours. Imagine, seriously, if you haven't seen it, you know, I would look for it. I have that video. If you want to see it, I'll send it to you. But oh my gosh, and Mr. Mufareh talked about it all the time, right? He talked about 3D printing all the time. And someone has mic on. Augustine, I'm going to mute your mic. Augustine, if you like to speak, if you could please raise your hands, and then we'll open, because you're on your side, it's got this little noise. So, but yeah, it's really amazing how it is. So we all have the product called Oblast in our hand. And I believe, you know, that form that I put out there, it's for the company, but you yourself can be your own Oblast, right? Because each and every one of us has a desire to help someone. You could totally, you know, do your own Oblast, right? So that's something that we all can think about. Willow, I see your hands raised. I'd love to have you speak, please.
I was sharing my darling Cindy's enthusiasm, and I'm so with you with the 3D printing. I've been studying that for about 4 years, and I was like everybody else. I didn't want to go around blabbing and think I'm some kind of woo-woo. They do anyway, but I was a little bit concerned. But when Ash said 3D printing, I just went, oh my God, you know, I was so excited. My son and I want to grow hemp, and we're going to get a farm, you know, a larger farm so we can. And we've discovered that there's a combination that they put in the 3D printers that build houses and stuff that are use hemp and a type of ceramic from Japan. They mix it together with lime, and it is a retardant for mold. Like your house will never mold. They put foundations down into the earth in Japan. So when a heavy earthquake comes, the structure just rocks with the earthquake. It never raises up. So, oh my God, there's so many good things to it that I just can't hardly stand it. I can hardly wait for Ash to tell us more about how we're going to be involved, you know, in it. Anybody that wants to know, though, you can go on YouTube and you just type in 3D house printing it. You'll get so many videos. You'll be there all night. I was like a hoot owl for 2 nights, not very long ago. But I want to say a little bit about the homeless. I have great passion for helping out in that area with Mr. Mufareh, because everybody that knows me knows my father was Oglala Sioux, Native American, and I am impassioned by the plight that they endure on the reservations day after day. They live in an environment that's very much like third world country. The Navajo has very little water, and they walk miles to get it. And they don't have transportation at the Cheyenne River Reservation. They expect at least 4 young people to take their own lives per week. So when I heard about Oblast, that was like a light bulb in my heart, because I have done little things through my life to help out, but never could I do anything to really help like I want, like get the sheep they want. They got the land, but they don't have the money to purchase sheep. They don't have computers for their children. They're not connected with the real world. And I am going to do something about it now. For the first time in my life, if I can stay alive, deal with launches, I know where my money's going, you know. But we've got great plans for the homeless, all of us on OnPassive. Every webinar that I've went to, every one, there's some lady there speaking out from her heart about what she's going to do for someone else. And it makes me feel like, thank God, I've connected with a group of people that I can relate to. So I want to thank you. And I especially want to thank Julie and Milo. They're the only ones that even recognized me when I first started coming on. I'm so eternally grateful to both of you. So thank you, darlings. That's all. I blabbed enough.
Thank you, Willow. Thank you, Willow. You are dear to our hearts, and you know what you say. You bring such value to us all. You know, and we're glad that we're all on the same team together, man. The OnPassive team, and we're going to change the world. And come on down, Mr. William Norris. Come on down and talk to us, brother.
Hey, Milo.
Hey, how you doing, William?
All right, brother. I just want to get on board here with everybody on this OBLAST thing. You know, I realize all the elements of OnPassive are going to be successful, but you know, when you take a hard look at OBLAST, it's hard to think that OBLAST would take second seat to any of it, to be honest with you, because I mean, we all have the opportunity to donate here. We have the opportunity to get involved, and yeah, I got with Chris this week and give him my resume. I'm ready to get back off the chair, and you know, I've got 20 years behind me in construction, and I'm ready to put it back to work any way I can. Be glad to help, and you know, I just thankful that we're here together. I see big things in our future.
Oh, William, I love what you're saying. I love it. You know, many of us, you know, we do what it takes, right? We do what it takes to stay on a survival mode, I should say, until OnPassive come, right? Because
absolutely,
we have this opportunity that is so greater than who we are, greater than everything that we are all doing. All we got to do is stay until then, right? So I love it, William. I love what you're saying, and Willow, you're such a sweetheart. I love you, and I always want to know that you're doing well, and that's why I'm always saying, oh gosh, I don't see Willow. I gotta go catch up with her. I gotta go see how she's doing. So I'm so glad that you are here, my beautiful Willow, and I'm glad that you're well. I love what you're doing, and I love what you're sharing. Not only Willow, every single one of us have some treasure inside of us. The other day, Marty's talking about there's a treasure, but no other treasure as big as the treasure that we carry in our heart. You know, we gotta tap into that treasure, and that treasure connect with everyone's heart around of it. It's gonna be big, right? It's gonna be so huge. And I can't wait. I can't wait for all of us to be in the room together and tell the stories of what we have done. How did we stay, you know, afloat? How did we do that? I can't wait for all of us to get together and tell those stories. And we're in such a great times. Anyway, I'm sending it back to you, Milo.
Absolutely, Julie. Talking about the journey is going to be great for all of us. You know, it's one thing if you come in later, but you don't know the whole story. But those of us that have been here the whole time, those of us that have come to the Julie and Milo show day after day, or Saturday after Saturday and Wednesday after Wednesday, and we talk, and we're going to point back to some of the days. You remember when? And some of those people aren't going to be able to connect with that, but we all will. And it's so good to have all of you on here today, you know, and I'm just excited about everything. Is there someone else that's got anything to say? How about Big Mike? Oh, wait, we got Lystra come up. Lystra, come on down, girl, and talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Julie is so right. You know, I'm listening to you. We are all treasures ourselves. Everyone here, you look at everybody, and everybody's always willing to jump in and help each other. That's a treasure in itself. That is so wonderful, you know, and oh bless, yeah, when that comes, I can see everyone just jumping in, wanting to help. I know I will. It's just such a great platform. It's exciting. I can hardly wait. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lystra. Well, you know, we have Marty just came on with us. Hi, Marty. Thanks for joining us. Always. I know you have spoke with Mr. Mufareh and about Monday. I did let everyone know that Monday is roundtable. You just make your time to be there as long as you can. Mr. Ash will show up. And let's come with open heart and open mind. Am I missing anything else, Marty? Did you want to add to that?
No. The reason he wants to keep the roundtable there is because the last few weeks he's been stacked with meetings, and that way, in between a meeting, he could come on instead of people waiting for him, you know? So, but he's got, I believe, pretty big announcements to make, so people want to be there. For sure. I just talked to him. He might come in here, by the way.
Ooh, how fun, how honor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marty. We appreciate you. Anyway, that's that for Monday, everyone. How about let's talk about what's on your plate today? What are you thinking about? You know, what are you working on right now, everyone? Raise your hands, and if you like to speak about it. It's truly an open mic, and we all talk about how excited we are. We all talk about what we're going to do, what we are expecting when OnPassive launch, what we are going to do. I'm not talking about expecting as in you know, monetaries. I'm talking about expectation of us getting all together and tell the story and connecting with people. Who would have known Lystra and Amy get on the phone together, right? Who would have known? It's because of OnPassive, right? Who would have known that Pam Turner and Kevin Rutledge are now a couple, a first couple of OnPassive? Can you believe it? Yes. And I'm very sure there are other couples out there that didn't want to bring it out. But yeah, all the single people out there, you will find love in OnPassive. And imagine we find love in the way where we sharing the same vision, the same goal, we having the same values in here, right? Craig, I see your hands raised, and we all know about your passion about electric car. If you have anything else to say beside that topic, we would love to hear, but we do know that you're passionate about it. So I'm going to call on you, but trust me, I do not want to mute yourself. So I'm just being really honest, Craig. So I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic. All right, Craig is not speaking. So I'm going to lower your hand, Craig, but I'm going to send it back to Milo.
All right. Thank you, Julie. I love 3D printing. I love it. And Marty, I want to talk to you a little bit. Is that all right? Let's talk about 3D printing for a second. I know a lot of times me and you can throw things off of each other and get each other excited, but what do you think about 3D printing?
You know, I honestly have no clue about 3D printing. I know that 3D printing, it's just the way it's said. It's printing out things that are 3Ds, right? But when Marty sent that 3D printing that built a house, I blow my mind. Like, I'm like, wow, I didn't know it could print. Because you know, when we talk about printing, we're talking about printing on paper, printing on things. I've always asked myself how so-and-so built a car, how so-and-so built all these molds and all these. Now I kind of get it, right? So blow my mind about 3D printings if you do have the knowledge of 3D printing, because that video, and I'm going to put that on Julie and Milo's show for you to see it as well. And I know Marty, Milo, I know you'll know more than me about 3D printings. And if anyone does that, I'm going to actually, I'm going to call on Engineering Mike, and then everybody who knows a little bit more, please let me know. Because whatever that video, when Marty sent it over and I saw that, I'm like, holy cow. Right? So yes, Mike, Engineering Mike, please.
Okay, everybody, good evening again. Welcome to another edition, Leadership Council members present here. I want to take it in another perspective. As an engineer, I've been working for 21 years today in various capacities, civil, construction, and petroleum, then in IT now. So in my career, I witnessed the 3D. We use the 3D pumps to build like a conference center. This was in 2010. Okay, that's when I first saw there what was happening. So also like at NICET, which is National Institute for the Certification of Engineering Technology, I'm level 4 certified, which is the highest level for NICET. So we were in a project. This project was to build there a hall where the African leaders will have like a summit. This was in Equatorial Guinea. So the company that happened to build that is a Turkish company called Summit. So they were there and we were doing the construction. So like how it functions is they have the plan already laid out, which is like a blueprint. The plan is laid out, the blueprint. When they do like all the mapping on there, everywhere that they had to do, the construction had to take place. So we have this, the machine is sitting outside, very robotic machine. It has like controller. Nobody sits in the machine, it's like they stand outside. So what happens is it starts laying the foundation and everything. So the number of time it reduces it like by like if it like 8 to 10% of the total time that it was supposed, the house was supposed to be constructed. So they have everything laid out. We had the pillars, they had pillars that were supposed to be laid out like metal pillars. The pillars were laid out already all around the corners. Then this machine, it comes like, they just set it, it comes straight up to the areas that was mapped already. So it pours the concrete from one post to the other post to the other post on the pillars, just go around. It goes round, just go around, and they have everything set up. When it reaches where they have to put the frames for the doors, it goes there straight up. The doors are already mapped and they are placed in place there. So it pours the concrete just around until it goes right up from layer to its layers. It goes in layers, layers upon layers, you know, layers upon layers. So the thickness of it, every time that one thickness, it goes between 15 to 20 centimeters, only the thickness of one layer. It goes round and round and round and round. So the total number of days for that construction and everything was supposed to be a 90 days project. But because they were using their 3D machines, it only lasted for a maximum of 30 days. So instead of 90 days, it's cut it down to 30 days and we had the structure was right there. It now, as we speak, the company name is Soma. They have that building is still there in Equatorial Guinea. It was made by the 3D machine. Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Mike. And 3D printing, you know, they can do a lot with it. There's many different products that they can use with it. Being in the building industry, you know, I've always been looking for, you know, something other than wood that could be used. And there's stuff out there, LSLs, LVLs, you know, different stranded products that they use, but there's never been one that's fire resistant. And I think that's a cool thing with 3D printing. Now you can build a home that fire will not affect. You know, you can build it so strong that tornadoes are not going to affect near as much. So it's gonna be a good thing. I love 3D printing, but there is so much more to 3D printing than building houses. You know, that is a great thing. You know, we talk about building the little ones for the homeless. Marty, come on down and talk to me and tell me what you think about 3D printing.
The most fascinating thing I've seen in years. I'm not kidding. I mean, I had no idea what can be done with it. And for people that don't know, you know, it's like a scanner, but while it's scanning, it's building. I mean, build a home in 48 hours. And I mean, it's mind blowing. I could not believe it. Somebody sent it to me. I wish I could remember who it was, but they were talking about the homeless. Well, you got all these homes in the cities every city, doesn't matter which one, where the foundations are okay. You could set up a 3D printing machine and build homes on each one for like 10 grand. I mean, it's mind blowing. It really is mind blowing, because they were talking about the homeless and all that. Yeah, I think, well, I don't want to get involved in that because I'm not in that project, but I just wanted my opinion is with the homeless, you don't want to just blanket for one day and a couple sandwiches. You want to get them from point A to point B where they're actually thriving in society. It's a lot of work, a lot more work than people think. But could you imagine if you had the budget or you had Obless and you paid for 3D printing, Milo, and then had the people that are on the streets work there to help build their own home, and then move on to the next one. I know I'm getting way out of there, but it's amazing what you could do with 3D printing. I was so blown. I thought you make little trinkets with it and all that. They make bridges with it. They're making parts of highway with it. And you're like, and it's precise. You know why? You go in like you're on your laptop and you program every diagram you want, and there it goes. And you put a track up, however wide it is, however big it is, and it works all the way around right to the center. Like Mike was saying, it builds all the rooms. When it gets to a window, it stops, frames out the window, and then you just put the windows in the, yeah, it's a big thing coming. I'm telling you, Ash absolutely loves it. In fact, he was thinking about coming here, but I told him you're talking about 3D printing. He might fly in here because no, I mean, I'm not kidding. It's a big deal. It's going to change the world, really. I didn't realize how big it was, but
Marty,
it really is fascinating.
Marty, one other thing, I'm so excited to be in 3D printing when I heard Ash say 3D printing, because there is, you know, we look at the homeless and we say, hey, this will work great, and it will. And believe me, it's going to change the world in that aspect. But let's look at the medical side. Do you realize that 3D printing, they can print a heart? They can print a heart, and they can put inside that heart where the whatever the valves and all that stuff is. They put all that in, and they've got materials that they can 3D print that's almost just like the inside of a vessel, of a heart vessel or whatever. Do you realize that livers, you know, these transplants, it's going to become a thing of, you know, that's not going to be, you're not going to have to wait. You're not going to have to wait till someone dies so you can get one. You just get one, you know, 3D printed, and they can print it exactly like yours. How incredible is that?
No, it's amazing, Milo. Think of this too. You want to print something, they'll be able to, I don't know if this technology is there now, but this is what I'm thinking. You'll be able to take a picture of something, right? It'll know the dimensions because of
3D.
the technology there is. And you're right, print that a guy lost an ear or something, okay?
Right.
And be able to, oh, I mean, it's amazing what could happen. It blows me away. When you brought that up, I was, yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah,
and the future's amazing.
It's exciting. It's almost like we're living in that sci-fi area. You remember you used to see the books and the Popular Mechanics. I don't know if you ever watched that, but you know, they had cars that flew and they had this and that. And you thought, how cool would that be? You know, and things that were way out there. And now some of that is coming. And I think 3D printing is going to provide a lot of things that we don't even realize. I mean, if you realize right now, a lot of 3D printing, everything almost in a car, I think a lot of that is 3D printed, you know, anything that's plastic, anything like that. And this is kind of off, but I always was selling windows and doors. And one of the things that always bothered me was a door handle for an Anderson door or a Marvin door was $800-900, which was crazy. You could buy the same handle for $40, but it didn't fit into an Anderson because of Anderson. Can you imagine with 3D printing? Now you can make an adapter that will slide right in there. You put the other parts in. It's going to change the world. It really is. There's so many things about it that just excites me to beyond belief. You know, and to know that OnPassive is part of that, and they are going to be a leader in that area.
Pretty awesome, pretty cool. I learned.
I remember, guys, when I first heard from Ash. Okay, I don't remember exact when, but pretty much in the beginning, he brought up 3D printing. He absolutely loved it. You remember, Milo, like I guess when you first saw him too, he started talking about it, and I looked, and the future, and I never thought that much about it because I didn't know, but man, once I found out, well, sky's the limit, and if he's going to get involved in that, guys, let me tell you, you got Frankenstein with a 3D printer? Are you kidding me? I hope he's not here yet. No, but you know, yeah,
that's good stuff, man.
It's an awesome subject. The video I was talking about, I put it in the YouTube. I just put it up there for you to watch it, but you can look up 3D printing, and I think this one is something that someone sent it to Marty, and Marty shared it with us. So I thought I shared this with you here, and just take it, and then I'll put it in. It's someone else's video. It's not our video, but I put it there for you. So, all right, let's Milo and Marty, do you still want to continue to finish the subject, or do you want to? That's
I think I'm done. Unless Marty's got something else to say.
You got, well, be careful because you've only got a couple hours show here, so.
You give me and Marty going, and we could go all day, probably.
Yeah, you can move on, because that really, I was just sitting here thinking, you know, whatever, and when you guys brought that up, I went, oh my God, I love 3D printing. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot to do, and we're gonna find out. We're fortunate because we're hooked with a guy that he loves that stuff, and he's always thinking ahead. So, I mean, we're talking, well, I don't want to keep going, but I mean, you could build phones, you could build radios, you could build laptops, you could build, anyway, it's just mind blowing. Anyway, that's all I got right now.
Perfect. Thank you both very much. Willow, like to hear from you.
I'm so excited I could die about 3D printing. My friends, years ago, we started building houses on the reservations with straw bale. And so they wanted to move to Alaska. So they moved to Alaska, they built a straw bale house, they put a greenhouse over it, and then they found out about 3D printing. They were one of the first families that started using, in Alaska, mind you, in the frost and the snow and all of that. They have a whole ecosystem around their home that they grow tropical fruit and everything in, you know. They're amazing people. But 3D printing come into my view about that time, about 10 years ago. I've been on top of that technology for all this time, been keeping my mouth shut. I heard what Marty said. Ash mentioned it, and I kept saying, oh, I wonder if he knows. Whether he knows how big that industry is going to be. Do you know, I have problems with the veins in my legs. I have deterioration, and in my spine. And Dr. Senor, you know, the one that's going to come on and be such a big deal on OnPassive, oh, he's a doll. Anyway, he was talking to me a little bit afterward about creating veins in your legs using 3D printing. And so Milo was, you know, brought that up a little bit ago. So when I got off the webinar, he was in, I think Papua New Guinea is where I talked to him. Anyway, I went and did some research, and it's on the top of the list right now. They're doing it right now. They're making artificial car parts because Russia and a few of the other countries, not to mention any names, are cutting back on any of the imports, so we can't get parts for our vehicles. We found a way with 3D printing, they could reproduce every darn car part that was out there, cheaper, faster, better, and anything we ever ordered before. That's already in the works. Can you imagine how that's going to impact us when we get a portion of that market in our teams? My God, you guys, you got to open your eyes. You got to go get your family in and everybody you know, and go to the neighbor. I even talked to my neighbor. I said, you're the biggest damn fool on the planet, because he's an old farmer. He won't do anything besides planting the ground. So I said, I'm buying you a founder position because you need it. You know, he just laughs at me like I'm a nutcase. but they're going to come looking for us, especially with 3D printing hits big time in the United States. I could count on it. I just wanted to let you know about the innovative things. They're already, one of you, Marty, said, I don't know if that technology is up yet. Yeah, it is. They got plans now to make the greenhouses, the foundation parts of the greenhouses, out of 3D printing, where they'll snap together, and then you just apply a film, collects sun, creates energy, all in one little dome building, which they anchor to the ground, and even an earthquake can't mow it down. It is absolutely phenomenal. And if you're not excited, you guys have got to be something wrong with you. I think it's fantastic. I'm sorry, Marty, I didn't mean to interrupt in your parade because you were doing wonderful.
Absolutely, that's good stuff, Willow. And those houses are going to be built where they won't burn either. How nice is that going to be? We're not going to have fires around, So good. Next up,
Milo,
yes.
Remember this. Another thing our government took away from us years and years ago was hemp. Hemp is fireproof, almost positively. We make a hemp brick that you can take a blowtorch to and hold it on there for an hour, and all it is a little darkened.
Yeah, hemp's good stuff.
Hemp bricks now, hemp bricks that you can build your house with too.
Yeah.
That's what we want to put in the 3D printer, the hemp brick.
Oh, absolutely. Well, good.
Good idea, Willow. Good idea.
Yeah, awesome.
Good idea, David, too, also in the chat. Can 3D printing make you look younger?
Boy, I don't know about that.
I think so. I'm 120.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
You can see that, Marty. I can see that.
All right. Next up,
just joking.
We have Armin. Come on down, Armin, and talk to us, brother.
Hey, good to see you, Milo.
Hey, good to see you.
Good to be seen. You guys all look like $1 million in U.S. funds.
That ain't much.
Hey, this is a great topic, and I'll tell you, it's at pretty much the top of my mind. Not much there. They 3D printing. I saw on YouTube. I'm right into this alien kind of thing also, and I'm into YouTube, and I saw 3D printing, and they say that they have video, and they were showing you this of a bridge being built on Mars, and it's like the Grand Canyon. And this 3D machine sits on the edge, just like kind of like a what do you call it? Front end loader, or yeah. And the arm goes out like this over the bridge, and it starts feeding it, and it makes the bridge all by itself. And they say that that is the technology that they put on Mars or the moon. I can't remember which one, maybe both. And it's actually there now, but they don't want us to know, eh? They don't want us truckers and, doctors and postal workers to know these things. But thank God there's activists out there bringing some behind the scenes issues and stuff like that to light, eh? And thank God for Mufareh, because he's got the vision, and so do you guys and gals. And hey, we're all kind of like the same mindset, and that's a common bond, eh? We all have the same mindset. Ash has that. That's what his heart. He doesn't need any money, but look what he's doing for you, me, and the world, eh? And what he's going to do, he's going to put millions of shoes on people. And I like what you said, Willow, about the impoverished indigenous in Canada, US, like I'm Métis, and we're so poor done by, and look what the well, I could go on and on, but I like 3D printing. I'm going to shut up now, and I like what you said, Willow. We're on the same page, and maybe maybe later, eh? Like I think it's smart for me, not you, but I'm going to take 40%. If anything goes into my old wallet, I'm going to take 40% and put it aside for taxes. And then, like, Ash wants us to fill our tank, and then we'll be able to really help out. So that's what I'm going to do. I take 10% along with the 40% for taxes. I'm going to take 10%, and I'm going to put it into the old blast, eh? And then once my tank is full, I'm going to take my Canada Post pension and throw it right into the oblast. And then, my tank is full. I don't need that. And I could take the profits and just go help the Indigenous in Canada. They're drinking mercury water, for crying out loud, for 20 years and more. Could you imagine? You turn the taps on and you got mercury and you got smelly gas coming out of there all across Canada. I don't know, probably same in the States. There's so much discrimination that it's not right. And we got to turn it around, and it's starting to turn around now. So, hey, I better shut up before you guys fire me. Thanks. God bless you all.
Nice
Thanks
to
very
see
much.
you. Good to see you. Nice to hear from you. Come on. Thank you.
Thanks. Nice to be seen.
Yeah. God bless you as well.
You too. Always.
Thank you. Wayne Dockery. Nice to see you, Wayne. Please unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julie and Milo, and the rest of my OnPassive family for taking this opportunity to listen to what I got to say. When I was a kid, I used to read this magazine. It's called Popular Mechanics, and they had flying cars, and they had where people could fly with these jetpacks, and they had all this stuff on there. And I feel like we're living it right now. Absolutely. Things are happening so fast. I can't wait to see what our product catalog is going to look like. It's going to be like something out of the future, I'm sure. But I know I read on this one company that makes medical supplies, and it's a startup company, and they're going to use 3D printing to make artificial knees. And they claim that there will be no side effects like what they're using now for the artificial knees, because that's kind of a one size fits all kind of thing. They get your regular, what they think your size is, and they put it in there. And if the parts don't exactly meet up and stuff, you wind up with all kind of problems. Well, this one's going to print the knee out. That's going to be exactly what you had in there. And they say the side effects are going to be really less. And it's going to be great. I tell you, I feel like Christmas is coming. I can't wait. Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's thing all rolled up into one. And we're in it to win it. And this is going to be a really great thing. And I can't believe I'm part of a movement that's going to change the world. And I'm just happy to be part of it. Thank you.
Man, Wayne, we are so happy to have you as part, as we are with all the founders that are on here. We are so excited about what's happening, and it's just, it's like you said, it's like Christmas is coming, man. I think Chris has been saying Friday, Saturday, but Monday's coming, so we're excited about the updates we're going to hear. All right, next up we have Mr. Trevor Peters. Come on down, brother, and talk to us.
Hey, Milo and Julie, everybody that's on here, Marty, all you guys, you're so awesome, man. Hey, so I'd like to kind of bring it out a little bit and kind of get the 200,000 foot view of 3D printing being an integral part of OnPassive creating a holistic society. I was just reading something, and if you'll allow me, I'll read a little paragraph from what I was reading there. It kind of relates to what we've been talking about here. So let me go to that page real quick. All right, so it's how to live in harmony with the planet and with each other. Which is the best way to meet the global challenges of today? Philosophers, political scientists, world leaders, and many other people are looking for answers on these crucial questions. My little excerpt right here. I think Ash has got this locked down, and enabling each and every one of us to participate with it is absolutely amazing. Every generation formulates its ideas, has its hopes, and is searching for the next step of building a more just social order. According to a society which implements the holistic model, will find the way to peace and common prosperity. Every social problem is a result of application of a particular social model. If we aim that all members of society have the right to receive conditions for harmonious development, we should structure it in a way that relationships between all subjects are influenced beneficially for the whole environment. It is necessary to create a new social model which is in the service to the whole and not further developing the old egoistic ones. This will enable us to find comprehensive solutions of the modern global challenges. The holistic model on which the fundamentals is built, a holistic society, relies on the spiritual truth that every human and every other living being are significant manifestation of the absolute. In this, the basic principles of functioning of a new type of economy, which is not capitalistic, but a holistic one. In it, the relationships are structured in a way to achieve optimal function of the interest of humankind, animals, and plants on Earth. The Institute of Humane Restorative Reaction is presented to replace with strong arguments the philosophy of repressive sanctioning in the criminal law. The holistic model is related with fundamentally different approach of social organizing, which can be applied by private organizations, OnPassive, and by countries and the entire globe, which are willing to develop themselves in service to the whole. So I just thought that was significant because with 3D printing, the infrastructure that will be required to create something like this will be beneficial to everyone that is part of it. If you breathe, if you drink water, like we used to say, then you can be part of this, and everyone of us together is going to be able to create such an amazing future for generations to come. So that's just my little piece there. I figured I'd share it with you guys. A little philosophical today, but thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
Pretty awesome. Go ahead, Milo.
All right. Nice job. Next up, we got Miss Amy Radecki. Come on down and talk to us.
My husband's screaming in the other room because he heard you say my name. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. So no, with this 3D printing, I'm pretty excited about that. But with my experience, I just wanted to explain, I raised 4 children for 8 years by myself. I wasn't homeless, but I understand having a meager means. They were spoiled and they thought they were entitled. So I took them on a mission trip down to New Orleans after Katrina. So we were there for Hurricane Katrina relief 4 years after the fact, and the people were still living in tents. And that's in the United States, and it kind of devastated me. So I'm excited about this 3D printing and how that might revolutionize how when there's another tragedy in the United States that we'll be able to help more efficiently. And I love OnPassive, and I can't wait to be the light in the world.
That is so awesome, Amy. Thank you so much. Imagine with 3D printing, the technology of what OnPassive is giving to the world. I mean, there's not going to be any more homelessness out there, right? It'll be really amazing. Aman, I see you have your hand raised. Did you still want to say something? You're muted, Aman.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did. Off topic, what the last couple of speakers were saying. I just wanted to add for our enthusiasm in life going down the road. I understand med beds is kind of like a takeoff from the 50s, 60s movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still. And where the spaceman comes out of the spaceship on Earth, and he goes to hand this handheld unit, and he goes to hold it out, but he's mistaken as it's a weapon. So the military shoot it in the movie. And what it was is this is what sparked my interest on it. It's actually what they have now, and I hear that January 2022, they're going to start to introduce it. It's a gift from the aliens, this medbeds. And it doesn't matter what you have, cancer, glaucoma, you lost an eye, you lost an arm, you got no legs, you got in an accident. You go in this med bed, and then you come out and you're restored to your original health condition when you were born. So if you're born with, you're not an amputee, but you are later in life, it grows your arms, your legs. I don't know if you guys have heard that. It's on YouTube. And other people that we have a bond with have been talking about that. But I imagine there'll be quite a waiting list. And you'd probably be able to jump the gun with old Wallet if there's something there. But that's just, I just wanted to bring that out if anybody's heard that. It's off topic, but that's all. Thanks a lot, Lynn and Rod. Or Milo, sorry.
Yeah. Absolutely, Armand. I've heard about it for a long time. I'm very interested in it, and you know, it's kind of like that big donut thing, and you go through and it zaps all your DNA and puts it all back, and it's very interesting. And from what I understand, they do have them out in space already, and that's a lot of the stuff that's going on in space exploration. But it's not allowed back into the United States or into the world. Part of it is because of if you have a cure, the money's not in the cure. Remember, the money's not in the cure. The money's in the, you know, the medicines and the pharmacy. And those guys, you know, are gonna do whatever it takes to keep you in that realm, I believe, you know. And that's just me, but anyway, I think that there's big changes coming up, and I do think that a lot when Ash talks about, hey, the correction to the corruption, some of this is what's going to happen, you know, and you know, I think Elon Musk might even be involved in that medbed thing, if I'm not mistaken. That's kind of what part of his thing, outer space, is, you know, and stuff. So there's definitely going to be some changes coming to the world. And I'm so excited to be a part of that, you know, that we are, you know, all part of that. What do you think, Julie?
I'm just here to learn. I'm just here to learn. I mean, there's things that I'm just here to learn and open my mind and heart to take the information as much and process it myself. Right now, I'm all about looking forward to what OnPassive is going to do to change the world. And I believe OnPassive plays a very big key, a biggest role in changing the world, to eradicate homelessness, you know, to give people the opportunities that they have never gotten. Not only that, I believe that OnPassive will give every single one of us to have the ability to do what we want, when we want, how we want it to do it. It's just the heart each and every one of us, and we all learned that from Mr. Ash Mufareh. I'd like to bring up another topic today. I know we did spend a lot of time talking about 3D printings and, you know, like we're going to MedBed, but we're here about OnPassive, and I know we're all looking forward to the marketing campaign. So wanted to ask everyone here, when Mr. Ash came and say that, you know, the marketing campaign is going to be really big, right? It's going to be things that we have never seen before, you know. So I wanted to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What's your thought? What do you think the marketing campaign will be? And if you're joining us, just joining us now, please keep your mic mute, just to respect of everyone here with us. So if you could, and if you like to speak, we would love for you to hear from you, but it's blessed if you could raise your hand. So yeah, I'd like to hear from your thought. Trevor, you wanna go ahead and start on this new topic?
Yeah, I'll add on to that for sure. I did have one last thing just to share about the 3D printing. What it reminded me of an old Bruce Willis movie from the 90s called Fifth Element, and they had a 3D printing machine that printed out an entire body based off of just one speck of DNA. So I just thought that was kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, the marketing campaigns, I feel that it is going to reach a global mass in a very, very short time. Literally millions of people, due to Ash's and the tech team's efforts, and ours too, because we'll be sharing a lot more then. It'll be a little bit more apples to talk about at that point too. So I'm really excited for what that looks like here in the future, and I can't wait to, you know, jam out and be a big part of it, all of us together collectively. So thanks.
Awesome.
Talk to you guys in a bit.
Awesome. Thanks, Trevor. And next up, we've got a new guy. I don't think I've ever seen him here. I don't know if this is your first time or not, but welcome to the show, Mr. Engineer Sushanta Biswas. How'd I do? Come on down.
Hi, good morning, everybody from Bangladesh. This is Engineer Sushanta. Yes, it's first time I am here, and it's a very nice topic regarding marketing campaign. You know that we have a very revolutionary product, but if we have a product, we need to be marketed it, otherwise it hasn't any value. So marketing campaign is very important for us, important for the company, and unless we are going to the customers, there is no value of the products. You know that as Ash said, we are going to see a new era of marketing that is not a traditional marketing. That kind of marketing we have seen in the past time. Even we never saw in the last 10 days. That will be a new kinds of marketing strategy. And as I feel there are two terms in a marketing language. One is called the blue ocean and another one is red ocean marketing strategy. Red ocean marketing strategy and the blue ocean marketing strategy. The red ocean marketing strategy means that is the competition with the existing competitors. But blue ocean means there will have no competitors in the new era, new system. So nobody can compete us. So as I know, Ash Mufareh is so talented and so specialized in digital marketing. He will introduce something new that is called, I think it's a blue ocean strategy. There will have no competition. Even if anyone try to follow us, between that time we'll go far away. Nobody will touch us. So that is the unique and very unique features of marketing campaign. As Ash said, from as I am thinking, he will take something new for the new world, and definitely being a founder will all have be benefited through this marketing campaign. Thank you so much. Over to host.
Thank you, Engineering Shasanta. Good to have you here. Marketing campaign, what Mr. Ash is doing, we all know Mr. Ash Mufareh is a guru in marketing, right? Well, I truly don't want to use the word guru, but I think I wanted to use the word genius in marketing. He said back in 2020 in May, he sent out, something to see how long does it take for 1 million people to opt in. When he said opt-ins means they're giving you name, phone number, and email address, right? And he did that in four days for millions. And then another piece of information he said the other day too is that we get access to billions, every IP address, every single mobile device out there in the world. Imagine when OnPassive launch, whatever the marketing he's coming, I'm so excited to have it. And I've been racking my brain on, what is it going to be? So it's really exciting. But I do like to hear from everyone, what do you think it's going to be? It's not internet. It's not on magazine radios. What do you think it's going to be? Right? So Sylvie, I'd like to hear from you.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you to everyone who just speak before me. I'm so excited about that marketing campaign. I can't wait it to come because it's going to increase our visibility and increase the rate of sale. Why? Because till now, many people are still in the doubt. They don't believe to OnPassive. And by seeing that on the market, he will attract some who still skeptical, especially in my surrounding. I know that some are telling me, I'm not sure, it's like the other MLM and so on. It doesn't matter how I try to explain that it's not convincing them, but to tell them that it's not what they think, they won't believe it. So with the marketing campaign, I believe that we're going to touch so many areas of the world. And as a founder, that's the moment that we will see what our CEO were talking about, driving traffic. Because during that period, you're going to see the targeted traffic. How come the system will, the artificial intelligence will go out there and bring so much customer to us? So this is a very great tool, to help grow our company and, all those who have a business online and so on. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Sylvie. Thanks so much for giving in your opinion on that. I see that Mr. Ash Mufareh is in. His camera is not on. He's not ready yet. So we're going to move on with Mike, engineering Mike. And then when he's ready, he'll turn his camera on and we going to you everyone for him to speak today. And when Mr. Ash is on today, I ask if everyone could mute yourself and please do not disrupt when he comes on. He has things that he wants to share and let him keep that concentration for himself. And so we'll just wait for him. Now we'd like to have engineering Mike, please.
Hello, everyone. Again, good evening, for good morning, and good afternoon for everybody across the group. Our leadership council members, Julia, Milo, thank you for this show. All the time we come and we express ourselves, and we feel happy about OnPassive all the time. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the genius of a marketer that we have, say Ash Mufareh. He is just waiting for his own time to start. And the time is here, which is a marketing campaign. That is what he knows best. He's always very happy about this particular topic. Now, if you look at the strategy, to me, I'm looking at it in a different light. Mr. Ash has the love for space. So I'm thinking of something to be kind of space-like. He also told us, like Julie just said again, that every device that has been manufactured, be it cell phones, be it laptops and everything, we have their IP addresses. Now, which is a very good thing. He also told us that the way O Connect will function is in the kind of way that when you go, you have an O Connect session, where before you get into the O Connect session, you have to fill in your details. You have to fill in your email address, you have to fill in your number and your name. So the system is identifying you, and that information will be kept in the system. So that information, that data will be associated to you. If that person decides to come in 10 years time to OnPassive, he will be tied under you. That is massive. Imagine how many people you can organize to do a demonstration for them on O Connect. It's massive. So I am looking at it in the kind of way that I'm thinking I'm seeing some kind of space connections concerning our normal the marketing campaign, because the traditional ways, he said, we are not using them. Billboards, mailbox, and all of that. We are not using them. So what can that be? It's something that has not been seen before. He's an inventor, so he can invent anything with the love of space that he has. I'm thinking something space-like. Thank you very much, everybody.
Awesome, awesome stuff, Mike. Man, it's just so exciting, all the stuff that we've got going on, and you know, from space to 3D printing, you know, we've talked about today, but I'm just so excited about the 3D printing. And next up we have Abadai.
Abdi, I see that you have your hands raised. Abdi, if you could please unmute your mic. Otherwise, I have some very important, not important, but some numbers I'd like to share with you. So I'm gonna wait till after Abdi's saying. Go ahead, Abdi.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Julie. Hello, Milo. Hello, all the leaders, all the great founders. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Very good.
All right. I'm just wanna come here to say hello. I'm currently in Mogadishu, Somalia, but I usually reside in Melbourne, Australia. And the time difference when I was in Melbourne, always Julie and Milo show comes up when I'm always working. So today I'm in a little bit holiday to come and see my mom here in Somalia. So I got the chance to come here, and I just want to express my feeling, how I'm grateful to be here and in your show and OnPassive family. It's a privilege to be really such a lovely and a motivational people, and you know, everything I see is excellent, and I'm really very, very glad to be here. And also want to say thank you, Julie and Milo and the rest of the leaders that I know. I can't mention all of their names. I know all of them, and I know you guys do a great job, very great job indeed. And I also want to thank our leader, our CEO, the visionary man, Mufareh, and all his heart, gold heart. I also want to thank Red Redfin also, and Dr. Bill Williams and Marty Digamo, the great hard work people, you know, Chris Johnson, all of you. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm trying to do my best here in the Somali community to come and join and be part of OnPassive. And, you know, I'm just doing word of mouth, not Zoom call and all that, but, you know, just trying to gather a coffee gathering sort of things and tell them this is something that has never been done before. This is the first opportunity, the last opportunity that anyone should jump in. And some are doing jumping in, and some are still on, you know, not quite right. But you know, as we said, you know, I hear Ash say not everyone can be a founder. But I got a few couple of hundred team members, and I'm doing my best on the background to help them, to educate them, to give them all the mindset I'm able to do, share all the YouTube videos, and and tell them everything, about OnPassive and what's new. And I'm looking forward to Monday. I can't wait to see Monday and Ash, and everyone is waiting excited. Thank you, Julie. I'm glad to be here, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much for speaking today, Abdi. We all know Mr. Ash is going to be there on Monday, but as we all know that, you know, whenever he comes, just come with an open heart and mind so that we can receive the information. when you mentioned
Okay.
about this, and before I say what I'm going to say, oh, Mr. Ash is on. He has his camera, so I'm just going to yield for him. And I ask if everyone here, you are watching on the panel, if you could please mute your mic. And everyone who are watching on YouTube right now, we appreciate you watching us live on YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe to, click the subscribe button. We'll always bring you values. And thank you so much for coming, join us today. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh, our CEO, is joining us today. And we are all here, all ears with you, Mr. Ash. So the mic is to you. I'd like to ask everyone on the panel right now, if you could please mute your mic and give him the space and the time and the choirs so that he could share what he has in mind. Thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. Ash, to the Julie and Milo show.
Thank you for having me, Julie. Thank you, Milo. Very good to see all of you here. I am so happy and honored, excited, pleased to be here as usual, and make a use of me. I realized early on that taking people to the top is far more fulfilling than arriving alone. I am so happy that you are with me, as my wife is still very happy that she's still with me when I'm arriving. Okay, so I am thrilled that you're still around and you are a visionary, you are a believer. So I liked to hear you, I listen to you. I often like to stay in the background and don't put the video on so I can just get a little pulse and feeling of what's happening. I see the topic is speculation. I didn't quite get that. It seems, Milo, you mentioned you've been talking about 3D printing before?
You're muted, Milo.
Okay. Yes, Ash, the first time I talked about 3D printing was 2013. I was on a plane and I was talking with a guy, and at the time it was drones. You know, drones was a big issue. And then I said, three things is going to change the world. And I said it was drones and 3D printing. And I think it was crypto, but I'm not sure I said crypto, but it was three things. But I know drones was one, and the second thing was 3D printing. I've just been intrigued by it all, you know, ever since I've heard about it.
You are so right. Yeah. And we are still in the very early stages of all of those. Way to go. Way to go. I do agree with you, but I would like just to use a different, I think the future is absolutely technology and you know, the intelligence, the smart element of what could be utilized and benefited from technology is endless. It's limitless. Where do you want to go? So yeah, space exploration, 3D printing, artificial intelligence. This is the new era. This is life. Speaking of that, so but it sounds to me that every other sector or aspect of life automatically would follow the leading trends. One thing is quite essential to talk about. For the last how many years, energy has been also the source of life. And it's a challenging topic. There are so many downsides of it, the harmful effects, hazardous if you wish. And of course, all the politics, the wars, and you know, authority and control of power that follows that fight of who's going to have this, because it's the treasure of life. And that's why for the past century or so, I think we were somewhat divided to a degree instead of being united as a human race to progress and accomplish what we can to get ahead and to conquer common issues and disasters in life rather than just fighting internally. So I do believe the next century is far more promising with the intelligence that is available now. If we succeed to align all of those powers, whether it's 3D printing, whether it's space exploration, whether it's clean energy or sustainable energy, whether it's the OnPassive internet, okay, whether it's a new field level of financial stimulus plan, if you wish, something that is more fair, less or not less, not corrupted, not greedy, and put people together, have all of those incredible resources of our life. If we succeed to rally around them, there's no stop for how far we can go. I don't think the new generation is going to be as limited to the aspect of politics and power, and they're just going to focus on that. I foresee that there will be a better ideology where we focus on what's good, what's positive. Of course, to a degree, there's no absolute statistic in almost anything. Hardly, probably theoretical, but when it comes to real life, there's going to be some degree. But if we succeed to focus on those and put away all of our differences and who's in control and who cares who control what, as long as we are more connected collectively, we will reach faster, safer, and definitely we will achieve more. So I heard there's something going on Monday. I'm not sure what is that. Julie, spill the bean. Let the cat out of the bag.
Yes. So
what do you have for us?
On Monday is our roundtable at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Mr. Ash will be there. We don't know exactly when he will, but it's really depend on his schedule. He will be on, and I'm very sure every single time when he comes on to one of the webinar, he's going to give us so much value. So it's time for you to tell your founders, friends, your team, everybody in OnPassive to mark their calendar to come on if they can. And it's always great to watch it live. You know, you see the passion, the interaction, the live, and watch it with everyone. So that's Monday. That's exciting part on my end, Mr. Ash.
Well, I have well over 1 million founders are my friends. Can I invite all of them?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you have room for them?
Absolutely, we do. We will have, I mean, look.
You have donuts?
I have donuts, I have coffee. Look, Papua New Guinea, they get together with a boombox, right? So we here in the US, we here in other country, Australia, we can do it too. I mean, we can here in California, even we can sit together in the room and just turn on the TV and watch it together. And you know, it's really great to see entire family. So our goals today, friends, is to go tell everybody about meeting. And if you're not founders, you got to become a founders of OnPassive, right? Come in and become a founder and join our meeting. Exciting things are coming, right, Mr. Ash? I hope I'm stay on the right path.
No, you're perfectly fine. I am also just like Milo. Right around that time, I started to learn for the first time. I'm not sure, just a year before, after, same time. I heard for the first time 3D printing. I didn't even know what it is. A friend of mine said, yeah, you could print cars, you could print shoes, you could. I know you're rational, but you sound like you're smoking something. Okay, these days you have to tell me what crack are you on? No, he was serious. He showed me the things, and I still couldn't believe it for the first time. This is unbelievable. I didn't invent it. The concept of it is just so refreshing. Wow, how far a human brain can go. It was really impressive and inspiring seeing that, and you know how far we could go with that. So I did get excited back then about it, and I said, this is definitely something, I don't know when and how, but it sounds something will reshape life. Okay. So I began to, if you're talking about 2013, I don't know how many people, definitely have to be fewer people knew about the whole concept, and they would need to verify it. It was just hard to believe. If you talk about today, 9 years later, okay, next year will be 10 years from that time. It has gone from nothing today, or 2021, to a $10 billion industry. All right. And if you are talking about just 4 years ahead, 2026, the prediction is it will be right around like 37 to $40 billion annual revenue, the market cap of 3D printing. Is it going anywhere? Yes. Up, forward, onward, that's where it's going. So this will become a reality, just like if 20 years ago, I would tell you there's going to be a place that we call it something, and you go there and you get everything you want to get. It's like the mall of the internet. It's the new way of interneting, okay? And you're going to have the ability to communicate. You're going to have the ability to get educated and educate. You're going to have the ability to transfer data, information, even funds and money, and have the ability to promote and market businesses, causes, all of that, manage your business all in one place. Have you know, crowdfunding built in, have this. You are going to tell me, Ash, stop your crack, okay, habit, because but today it's here on passive. So just like that, I think if you always want to look long term, at least 10 years or so. Successful people, they don't look at life in, you know, day to day or micro details, okay? Because this is temporary. It's going to, you know, quick, fast, you can achieve much. But if you realistically look at it from a decade or two ahead down the road, this will be a big part of our life. I'm not sure the latest statistics. I can quickly review that, but to my knowledge, we were set to have around 20% of all manufacturing done through internet. I'm sorry, through 3D printing. So you're talking about a few years, 4 or 5 years from now, is going to be 37, 40 billion dollar industry. Who knows how much we can contribute to that the next 4 or 5 years. And as of today, or at least the last year, 2021, with all what's happening, it's still at 1%. See how much room we have until, let's say, we get to a point where 50% of half of the stuff that we consume use in our life will be done through the 3D printing. It's not a new concept if you look at it. I mean, what you do in real life, like if you prepare a cake or something and you decorate it, or strawberry juice or soup, if you wish. Okay, I know you never heard of that. That's like the next science fiction invention that was invented by Celestine. That is Julie's daughter. And she invented something called strawberry soup. I still don't get it. But hey, you see, there's so much room for growth. The fact that we have done it, but we've done it manually. So if you look at it, whether it's a meal or you know, an object that we manufactured, okay, in any method, so far it's been done by a human. The difference now is going to be done by a machine. So we have anything that is just a paper, flat paper, if you wish, okay, thin paper, thin, you manufacture that, okay. And where am I? Okay. This is a paper. This is one layer, and that would be 1D, one dimension. All right. Now, if you have ink or something and you cut out of that paper, it becomes two-dimensional. 3, which is something that is physical, okay? It has to be additive, and subtractive, meaning you have the ability, let's say, to get a material. Additive, and subtractive. Interesting.
I just muted.
Yeah. Additive and subtractive.
Jason, I'm not sure what you're doing.
No, he's definitely recording. Yeah, I think he's recording on his device. All right. So so something that you can add layers to it. It has to be layered, and so you can subtract. So let's say a box and an object. Let's say this is a whole box. So if you're able to take parts out of it, subtractive. Okay, you could add to it from either raw material that is like filming tapes, you know, get into those. I had the chance to see 3D printing in my life, how it works. It's literally a machine that you refill it with materials. There are 2 types of it. It can have just a few things, whether it's plastic or any raw material, and it melted as it engraves that shape of object that you're building, or it could be totally a complete, you know, let's say complete box, and everything is done inside. But again, you have to give it the material. So the advantage of 3D printing, this is how I see it and why I'm excited. Number 1, it's environmental friendly. All right, so there's no transportation, you minimize the manufacturing part. 2, the convenience. All right, so I'm going to give you an aspect of the convenience, safety, security for that. Your car brakes, your IBM or BMW car, I went to IBM, or Mercedes-Benz brakes in Alaska when it's brutally cold, you know, devastating stormy weather, and you need a part. Okay, so and that part is available at the you know, manufacturer original place in Germany. How do you get it from Germany in a brutal time? Let's say there's a pandemic, there's, you know, winter time, snow. How do you get that part in time and do it? It's a project, okay? It's going to take time, inconvenience, not safe. You have to be on hold. But if you have that 3D printing, let's say now, at least commercially, it is owned. So let's say those car makers have in towns, they have their printing machines, okay, 3D printing machines. They, let's say, have a dealer or so within the same area, you are able to have that part printed, get your car fixed, and get on the road again. No transportation, no pollution is caused. You know, you didn't use an airplane or a ship or boat or say with me, car, trucks, all of that. You have saved so much time. You have saved money, of course, and you have saved the you know, the environment damage. It's a very good aspect. 2, we could definitely we can be more redundant. We can have 1 million people printing the same thing at the same time. So how much we can accomplish simultaneously. So it is powerful, it's incredible, and to do it safer, that the machine gets the damage or the hurt or the pain and all of that, we don't have to get physically tired. Or, you know, my father is one who lost a finger. He's a carpenter, you know that, okay, because of the, you know, dangerous, you know, tools that they use. Obviously, my brother also recently with a hammer, he just literally crushed one of his fingers as well. So that can be minimized if the machine is getting the dangerous work for us. This is the controversial thing. So a lot of people think AI, 3D, you're talking about so much machinery stuff, a lot of automation. Where is the human? They're going to take over. Relax, okay? We program those. We're not going to program them to kill them. The machine is a machine. It doesn't know much. It's not intelligent. The human is the intelligent one, all right? The machine doesn't, it's a dumb object. It's dead, doesn't have a soul, doesn't have a brain, nothing. It's a software. We program it to do what? To do the repetitive things or to do predictive stuff for us to make our life easier. In fact, I feel we're going to have a better lifespan, okay, due to the financial benefit of that. Do you agree with me, all of you, that the financial stability would improve our well-being? Will be healthier? Do you think it can minimize wars, because most of wars are, you know, there's some money involved in that? Do you think it will minimize crime if money wasn't an issue? Do you think it can eliminate or at least minimize poverty? Do you think it can improve education? Where there's knowledge and education, it can definitely, you're going to have a better, more effective, productive, less criminal society. Of course. So everything goes around, you know, having that. So I do feel quite the opposite. We're going to probably live longer. I'm not a fan of living like eternal. Okay. We're not going to be able to do that. So science is good. Okay. But again, it has some boundaries. Okay. There's a creator that can control everything. I do believe in that. And we believe that, you know, we can improve, we can conquer some diseases, we can over time, okay? We can conquer some of those major challenging topics and, you know, threatening catastrophes, whether there's global warming, whether it's, you know, wars or anything that can really cause us damage as humans and to our planet. It can be minimized. So where is the risk in that? We should all be happy that there are some brains, we're fortunate, that think ahead and create those tools, okay? Some are actually too ambitious that they are printing human shields. Okay, if you're not paying attention to what I said, yeah, they are printing, okay, human parts, body parts, okay? Did you hear that? I know it's sick, okay? It is crazy. Some are very ambitious. I'm gonna put, like, you know, disclaimer, warning. I'm not going that way. It's not OnPassive, but there are some who are so ambitious, they're gonna say, maybe one day in the future, they will be able, they, not we, okay, able to print a human. It is sick. It's controversial. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just telling you how far they think. But again, I'm going to say myself, this is my philosophy, this is my theory, my knowledge, my humble education. I can tell you, science is unbelievable. It's powerful, but it has boundaries. There's some areas I wouldn't even touch. I don't want to recreate a person. Yeah, we can fix an ear. We can, you know, a bone or replace a hip. It's fine, but I'm not going to create a person. That's just, to me, it's impossible. But I'm just giving you the perspective. It's wild. It's open. Okay, how far we can go. But what if we, you know, at least those who suffer injuries, whether from accidents or some, you know, war factor, any of that, and now we can give them their arm back or somehow, or finger, or it's incredible. Why not? Okay, but not going to create the soul or the heart or put alive in a human being. Okay, so if we're able to have most of the manufacturing done, the ambition of OnPassive, why I go with that 3D printing, I'm not You see, I didn't come up with the concept. It's already there. It's been done. What we're doing, what we're getting better with is automating that, having the machine do the 3D printing, which we do anyway. When you create something, okay, whether you sculpture or something, when you do that, you're what's the word? You're subtracting, okay, to come up with a certain shape. Or if you build something with multiple layers, whether it's cake, whether it's a meal, whether it's any object, okay, that is also addition. Okay, you're adding to that object, so you make something completely visible. Okay, so I'm not talking about life now. We're talking about objects. That's an insane thing to foresee, that the machine will be taking care of that. Okay, why not? Just similar to the first IBM computer, which is available at Harvard School, by the way. You go there, you see it. It's, I don't know, it's the size of maybe a big room, the first machine. So who could afford that? The first computer. Who could afford that? It has to be one back then. Then only businesses could afford, I'm going to show you the evolution. Only major businesses could afford a computer as a mainframe or a server to do some work on that. Only, in fact, in the beginning, governments, military departments, okay, big entities would have to, enterprises to be able to, maybe a bank, to be able to afford and own a computer. Then some businesses, then even small businesses, doesn't have to be large enterprises. So all in all, if you think about it, wow, okay, so we went from one computer to 7 countries, to almost every country but certain departments at a high level, to almost every small business. And then Steve Jobs came. Every pocket, every home, multiple computers. If you count the smartphones, they're a computer or a sort of a computing machine. And wow, what happened? And the addition to it came. There's a camera, there's a financial wallet, there is a compass in it, a GPS, there is a calculator, all in one. There's a video recorder in it. There is a notebook pad. There's an internet browser in it. What can you do with it? What can't you do? Okay, and all the additional applications that so it's possible, if you think about it. Even Xerox in the beginning, it was, some companies have the ability to print. Now most homes or small business can print their own stuff. I'm talking about a paper, ink, colors. That happens. So if you think about the same concept, is it possible? I'm not claiming anything. Is it possible that down the road in the future, I don't know when, that we will have somewhat 3D printing in our local businesses, every corner, every coffee shop, without us having to cook? Can we automate the process of making coffee? It's already there. It's a coffee printer. Okay, that's it. Can you, the vending machine, can you get a drink from there, like to be your salesperson, the vendor, the cashier, all of that? Yeah, it's already there. There's some automated stuff. Okay, so the doorman, the janitor, can somebody else take care of that work? Yes. Smart card, biometric stuff. Yeah, so it's already happening. So is it possible that it will be more available? I'm not saying it's already there. Okay, I just told you last year, $10 billion generated from that. 1% of everything that is manufactured, 1% is already done. Is it possible that it will be 10, 20%? It's already happening. There's no way we can avoid that. So I think realistic people, visionaries, will just see the opportunity early on and adapt that, disruptive concept and go along. Or you could say this is crazy, delusional. I don't know how to do it. That's an excuse. You don't have to do it. We need people to do it. Okay, we need programmers to do it, and they write the software. So AI is just definitely going to make us, live longer, safer, get along, be more united. Go above the little bitty things. Okay, say similarly, 3D printing. Now, if you combine the two, double the power. Okay, if you combine it with a solution for sustainable energy, we are the hook. Okay, this planet will be upside down in a good way. Okay, now we can marry two planets together. Maybe, I don't know, Mercury is hot, okay, and Earth, and we are going to get, I don't know, a new planet. That's sick. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just being ridiculous about how far we can go when we have solution for sustainable energy and all of that. Hey, if it's free and if it's sustainable, we could just have floating air conditioning. So there's no hot place in the middle of the Sahara Desert. It will be just perfect, 74 degrees or whatever you want it. In our Antarctica, you could also heat it. So it's insane. I know I'm crazy with my thoughts. I'm just floating ideas how far a human brain can go when those boundaries and those barriers have been blocking our progress for a long time, centuries. So we are passionate about inventing things, creating new, useful tools to a human race. And I do believe we will contribute to that. Okay, starting with the digital ecosystem that's unbelievably valuable, that will really empower people, uplift humanity, and draw the rest of these ambitions behind it, hopefully. So I want you to always constantly think you don't have to do it, but at least support those who are doing it. Okay, I am not doing so and so, for example, personally, but if there is an ambitious person, company, do I support them? Absolutely. Okay, why not? We need to. We're obligated as human beings to learn, to explore, to navigate new ventures and get ahead. That's the most distinguished, thing that make us human beings. And this is the ultimate, most, elite and what's the word? I forgot. But it's definitely the most honorable creature, and that would make us different from a tree, from a dog, from any other being, or I don't know, fish. So we're human beings. So we have a brain that is powerful. How far can it go? No limit. No limit. No limit. All right. So can you imagine what we can do? I mean, when I'm talking about sustainable energy, meaning you don't run out of fuel. All right. So you're gonna have a rocket that can fly. You can send it to the furthest. Okay, is that right? Planet, and come back and take a cookie and go another trip and come back. Okay, Uber to Jupiter and come back, and Uranus. If you have a machine and equipment that can go and doesn't need to be refueled, okay, you can travel across the globe, at any speed, if that was solved. So I want you to start thinking ahead, forward. Don't think, okay, that is difficult. Just because you don't mechanically get it, I don't get many things. All right, it doesn't stop me from dreaming and thinking. I'll be able to connect with the right minds, with the engineers, with the makers, with the experts and professionals in every field, and combine. And they don't have to have the ability to do it based on their past. They don't have to have on their resume, I created a 3D printing before. But together, if you assemble a team and give them the thought and support them, how do you support them? You see how you're a part of that, okay? And then create that. Everything is possible. If you can imagine something, it can be done. It's possible. All right. So 3D printing is a fact. Is it going to happen? No. It already happened. It's happening. It's just going to get more and more and more. Just like the IBM computer, more people are going to have access to it. Essentially, it will be available just like many things. Okay. I don't know. The toll on the highway. Okay. What is that? That's AI. That is, something that is automated. Same thing. We're going to have so much automation, so much technology as we go. So the remaining balance of our lifespan, us here, let's enjoy it. Don't resist. You could argue and finish your life in an argument, or just accept it. It's a fact. It's happening. Try to get the most out of it. Don't think you have to. Don't think you're going to utilize it, but just support who are making it. All right. I don't know what did I talk about, but if I made any sense to you, you can ask me a question, or you can take me to another topic if this is not exciting.
That's awesome, Ash. I remember, when I was thinking of 3D printing, where it was at, I was just thinking in the building, because I did building and stuff. I thought this is going to be great. We can create 2x4s. We can create 2x4s that don't burn. That's where I was thinking.
Don't burn. Exactly.
And now I look at it and see where they can build a whole house, and they can, build it almost where it just snaps together, and you can add on. You could do apartment complexes. You can do anything, a small house, a big house. It doesn't matter. And it is going to change the world, I believe. And someone mentioned today, and I never even thought of it, where you could actually just wipe out a house that's on a foundation. The foundation's good. You got the plumbing in, you got all that. Why not just rebuild a house on it? It's gonna change our whole world, I believe. And then when you were talking about, as far as the aspect of health and human, it's going to be able to print, things that we need there also. It's exciting times, and to think that we're part of it, that OnPassive is part of it, that just makes me even more excited.
Because we've talked about this, I think, on the Academy session a while ago in last month in February the 13th, when we had that podcast, or what do they call it? Padinar. So one of the ambitions, okay, is the metaverse, or virtual reality, or the augmented reality, where you're able to virtually operate something, okay? The ability to scan a human dental, aspects, it's already there. It's they scan it 3D, okay? The device exists already. Not every dentist has it. I'm sure Dr. Bill would be able to talk more on this, and all the other dentists we have. So they have the ability to do that, but then the other component is to do whether the how do you say it, the buildup of the crowns and implants and all of that. So when you go and do them in semi-automated or more manual process, so there is a frame of error there, versus if you scan it to perfection, like 100% accurate, and you manufacture it as a machine, like perfected, you see how there's not going to be a bad dentist in that case. And that's one aspect of the medical field. So if we're able to do things more efficient, easier, cleaner, faster, why not? Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing, Mr. Ash. I love that you said, you know, there's a possibility. The possibility part of it is everything is possible. If you can imagine, if you can think it, there's probably already someone think about it, you know, like with 3D printing, we can make it automatically, right? You can build a mansion in what, a week? I mean, never heard of that, right? If you want to build a house using 3D for 48 to 60 hours, you can do that.
It will save time, and there's not a shift. You don't have to work, 9 to 5. You don't have, it can work around the clock, and you definitely can program it to keep spinning. Just like the computer, you want to print 100 page. I'm sorry, the regular print. That printer, the one at your home or workplace, the one with the ink that I think all of us used it. Okay, that's 2D. So when you press or put two files in queue, and one is 20 pages, 100 pages, and I don't know, go take a shower, take a walk, that is time saving. The machine is doing the work, and you're the smart, keep inventing. All right, so you definitely could put a lot of things in queue. You don't have to be there. And again, if it burns, if it burn out, if it get tired, that's a machine, not you. You didn't break an arm or a limb or something, right? So keep going, human.
Yes, it's amazing. Possibility is endless, and we're so glad that you are here. And I'm glad that you are here, and everything that you're saying right now, it's just open our minds a little bit more, expanded a little bit more, thinking of other venue, other revenue, not revenue, venue as well. So I appreciate you share here. I wanted to check with you, Mr. Ash, what is your time like today with us here today, so that I can kind of know where I'm going from here?
So I know this was scheduled until 4 o'clock, I believe, and I do know the engineers and the, tech, intelligence, smart people. Not that we're not smart. We're smart too, right? Engineer Mike.
Right.
They have a session, but they're the pros. So I think it makes sense for us to take a break in between, or those who are attending this and the following one. And I don't want to in any way impact your schedule, you and Milo. I know you have a program. So use me for as long as you need for the next 2 minutes. No, I'm kidding. 20 minutes.
All right, sounds great. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Okay.
We do have a few hands raised here.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Also, and we do have this session here live stream. So if you're raising your hand and you are asking questions, please stay on the topic of, mastermind instead of any other questions beside that, because this session, we call this session mastermind session. So we're glad that Mr. Ash is here with us. So please, when we get called in, try to keep it around 2 minutes or so. And then give Mr. Ash more time for him to say what he has to say. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. Paul, I see you have your hands raised. Please go ahead and ask your question or make comment.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, Paul.
Hi, Mr. Ash. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Hello.
First time I'm speaking with you, and I'm extremely honored. Can I ask you? Can I ask you? I don't think I know this information. Can I ask you what your birth date is?
1802, February, I think 45 or something. What do you need my birthday for? That's
well, one of the things that I like to do. There's a way that we who know how to do it can study an individual's birthday numbers and determine if that person is in a class of what we call masters.
So where are you, Paul? And what's your last name? What's your date of birth? What's your social security number? And what are you wearing? Oh, I'm kidding. Okay, no, that's going too far. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know if that's relevant. All right, next question.
Yes, next question, Paul. I think that is not one of the mastermind questions that we'd like to ask. So thank you, Paul. Mike, you are up next.
Hello, good day, everybody. Hey, Mr. Ash, good day.
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to know, like a bit talking about the 3D stuff. I was present when a house was constructed in my front. I was an inspector of the job. That's in 2010. So I'm trying to visualize something here. If you can help us, all the founders sitting here, to understand something. For instance, if I want to get an app, that app going to be like to help our deaf people to have a little bit of understand hearing, much to improve on their hearing for them to be using. So what and how will the 3D printing impact that kind of venture? Please, if you can, please. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's one of the things I get excited myself. So I don't have a plan for that. I don't have any further information except that could be one of the uses. I'm not exactly clear of how could I add any more information beyond what you said, but that I'm just agreeing with you. That's one of the possibilities. It can, okay. You know, especially very much like, you know, if we can scan inside the ear and an ear canal, and if we are able to create the perfect fit design by customizable, not, you know, cookie cutter to the ear. You know, the ear, all of our hearing is, it has it's like a thread of eggs, okay? It will run out, okay? It's like the number of so and so in a man's, you know, downstairs, okay? It would run out at some point, okay? It will slow down. So hearing, it has almost sense of like a battery or mileage. It would run out for all of us. All right. So how much you use it, how much did you beat it up, the loud noise, all of that. Perhaps DNA effects. But I think this has to be for if we succeed, as you mentioned, Engineer Mike. If we succeed to work utilizing 3D printing and metaverse, I think we can contribute to solving the issue, at least partially.
Thank you very much, sir.
Indeed. I think similarly the eye as well, our sight. Yeah.
Thank
you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Ash. With 3D printing, I think we just keep dreaming because there's really endless options. Next up, we have Mr. Peter. Sure, come on down, Peter, and talk to us.
Hello, Mr. Ash. How are you?
Hello,
and
hello.
how's the family doing?
Thank you so much. Hope yours as well doing great.
Great, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here with Julie and Milo show. I do, since Dr. Bill William is not here, I do want to confirm what you just said in regarding to crowns. I have several of them in my mouth that was done 3D. My previous dentist, just so you guys know, I'm sure most of you already do. Normal dentists, he put like some kind of mold in your mouth and you press on it
to measure. Yes.
Yeah, to measure your mouth and then send it to a laboratory and they do your
they
crown.
screw it
like
up every time, 100% of the time. Yeah.
A week later. But my dentist I've been going to for the last 4 or 5 years, I think he started using the 3D printer for crowns.
Well, first 3D measuring. They put like a scanner inside the
yeah, exactly. And he does the whole thing in 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours at the most. Everything
more accurate.
Right there in one visit.
Yes, more accurate, especially implants.
Amazing. And I do want to thank you for saying that we here on OnPassive, we're not going to act as a creator and do the things that you said that we're not going to do. So I do appreciate that. That's all I want to say. Just a comment. Thank you, sir.
That's personal. I don't dictate how anybody else think. If you think that way, it's not going to make me disrespect you, respect you more. I would just respect your opinion regardless or your ideology. This is my knowledge. This is my personal, I would say, principle in life. There are some boundaries for science, no matter how far we can go.
I appreciate that as well. Thank you, Peter, and thank you, Mr. Ash. Mr. Hindo Savvy, if you would please unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julie ma'am, and thank you, Milo sir. And hi, Ash sir. How are you?
Hello, hello.
And your family, how's the word, sir?
Thank you. Appreciate the question.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it's very honored to communicate to you. It is second time. It's my pleasure. Sir, my question is, as a founder, can I create many more business after our global launch, like any type of MLM or crypto business or affiliated marketing or any type of digital business in the help of 3D or blockchain technology with the help of OnPassive?
Please give me 1 second. Let me find the mic.
If you can mute everybody, then I'll
If
mute.
you could please, everyone, mute your mic, please. Even the person who just asked questions, when you go on, please ask your question and mute your mic. We still have mic out there, Mohammed. All right, I found it. Ms. Jas, please go for it.
Okay, so very simple. We are not going to get into your business, what you do with our tools. We're going to provide you with the tools and softwares and applications. I'm talking about the digital OnPassive ecosystem. Now, we obviously, the only thing that has to be legal compliance. So as long as you don't do any harm or violation or damage, whether to the country you're in, to our country, that is one thing, or no damage for other humans, okay, or other users. You're free to do what you like to do. So I am almost sure, okay, that whether we are 1 million or 100 million or 10 people in OnPassive, no matter how much we try to coach, train, equip people, trust me, you would never, ever replicate people. You can replicate systems. So you're going to have the system, meaning you can have the same input, okay, which is OnPassive, all right? But if we have 1 million or 100 million, you're going to have 100 million different outcomes. The same input is 24 hours. 7-8 billion people live today. They're not too atypical. There's one exception, the losers. Yeah. So they just have the same misery. Okay, the same outcome is just they're losers. All right. So you're not affected by that. And so I don't expect any, or I would never dictate anybody's outcome. You're free, be creative, use it. If it adds value, makes you successful, progress. This is exactly our purpose, why we're creating these magnificent tools to improve your life in every aspect. Just make sure you do the right things always, always. The ethical, the legal thing, always. So OnPassive will be a cause of replicating many goods. So we start with one good thing that is OnPassive, then you can do good, I can do the good, Julie can do good, all of us. So we will create greatness. Many good things create what?
Goodness.
Greatness, indeed. All right, who's the next person? Thank you, Hindu.
Trevor, you are next. Milo, I know you're trying to call on Trevor, but you muted yourself. So Trevor, you're next.
Hey, Mr. Ash, good to see you again. How's the family?
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well.
So on the subject here, I don't know if you remember about a year and a half or so ago, I put the question in the Q&A and read it about AI and robotics being offered through OnPassive, either Academy or eventually the OnPassive University. And if this 3D printing will also be part of that curriculum involved in that, and if there's any other modalities that you would like to elaborate on in this subject field.
You're tickling me. Yeah, keep talking. Absolutely. Why not? Yeah, all of it. Music to my ears, Trevor. Of course. Not me. I mean, there are experts, yeah, but these are absolutely topics I would attend, I would subscribe to 100%.
Thanks, Mr. Ash.
I tell you what, the Ron and Lynn topic are very, very, they are a good source of my knowledge. And they're not even under the Academy umbrella as of now, but under the, say, weekly Friday night show, all right? Definitely, okay. So I have to confess to you, Trevor, I have learned so much from OnPassive founders. And so many great ideas, okay? So absolutely, so it's just a start. Once you enable people, this is exactly what I expected or hoped for at least. Enable people, there are two major challenges, is like, you know, the limit us, the brain frame or the mindset limitation. It's like of a boxed, okay, path is chosen for us. I don't know how many 100 years ago somebody put it, and we just do the same. We're almost like, forgive me, in most cases, at least this is when I recognized I have to look around, okay? We're like sheep, we just follow the pave, okay? So and we just follow, but hey, you have to look around and explore, and everything is possible. We don't have to follow the same lineage. With all the respect, they did what they did to their ability, okay? To their awareness, but now we know more, we know better. So we should look around as long as we do clean things, as long as we do good stuff, all right? So yeah, definitely. So this is the exact thing, the brain limitation that we have culturally, mentally, educationally, academically, okay, or in academia, that if we remove that and unlock the knowledge, and everybody has access to the knowledge they want, selected elective knowledge, not TV knowledge, okay? Most people, oh, I saw, or Facebook knowledge, forgive me. That's not knowledge. That's somebody's brainwashing you to a certain ideology, whether it's politics, whether it's, you know, I don't know, money, selling you, commercial, all of it. If you're talking about keep the person, you're passionate about 3D, or you're passionate about, you know, making guitars, I don't know, whatever is your passion, you're free to choose your topic and get all the information on that at the easiest, cheapest, most effective, safest way. That's something I get excited about. The other limitation, obviously, is finances. Okay, so most people have those too. So a long time ago, I thought if we remove those, okay, unlock the brain, all right, and unlock those financial, you know, barriers that are just boxing everybody, choking us up, and everybody could be, I don't want to say wealthy, but at least secure. So there's no dictator can have a power on you because they have. So you have money too, or you have resources too. So hello, welcome to humanity. Okay, we're equal. Nobody's powerful or superior to other. Okay. So I thought if we succeed to unlock, enable people, all right? So the other value, I don't dictate, okay? Or whether it's your brain, your passion, your spiritual life, your principles, that is up to you. So if I contribute to humanity by helping them to minimize all those burdens, okay, if you wish, with the finances or, you know, the way of thinking, do you realize before we go commercially to the general public or open market with OnPassive. Technically, we're launching, and the launching process not officially launched. Did you realize that we enabled a lot of brains? So many brains, activated them. Like mine, many times it was rusty because you're trapped into the daily challenges and you just want to survive, and like it is blocking the brain. So I'm not thinking of 3D printing. I'm not thinking of AI, and I'm not thinking 20 years from now. I'm thinking, what am I going to eat for tonight? I lived that time. I lived, where am I going to stay the next day or month, or, you know, in my life. So if you're in that mind, you're not going to be creative. Okay. I know the need is the mother of all inventions. Okay. Perhaps, but when you're boxed mentally and financially, you are almost like a paralyzed person. And that is not a good state to be in. So I see, and I'm proudly seeing many of us founders here have transitioned and been transformed to a more visionary mentality rather than focused on the now. Do I have the budget to fund all those ambitions? Do I have all the engineers and all of them? No, but at least if you're focused on that direction, we'll find a way together. We'll find a way.
Ash, that's awesome stuff, man. And out of respect for you and your time, I know you said 20 minutes, so we're 20 minutes. I don't know if you want to keep going. We've got some hands up.
So who's in queue? If it's Cynthia, I cannot say no to her. I don't see her raising her hand. Okay.
We have Abraham, we have Abdi, we have Nazrul, we have Leon.
Yeah, Leon. So how could you say no? Okay, so let's go on a sprint. Okay, one minute.
Right.
Okay.
One minute.
Thank you for asking about my family. I appreciate that. Thank you about asking me and hello and me. Hello, everyone. I'm fine, and I hope you're doing the same. So let's get into it.
Thank you.
Abraham, come on down, brother. Let's go.
Hit it.
You are muted.
Oh, Abraham, you're muted.
All right, let's move to Abdi.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'll go very fast. Thank you very much. I've been listening to Mr. Ash for a few months, about 15 months, and then I've learned a lot. What I've learned is that although OnPassive is an AI company, he takes most of his time talking about personal development, well-being, and I think it is very important. The second point I want to talk also about is that although we develop products and tools, actually those products and tools are solutions to our daily needs. And I know that Mr. Ash Mufareh also, during the corporate webinars and in webinars such as these ones, he says a lot of things that maybe cannot necessarily be understood here and now. So what I would like to have as a suggestion is that other than the summaries that are made by Mr. Peter Soro, can we have a sort of edited document of these courses? I will not say the presentations or the talks of Mr. Ash Mufareh. I would rather say his discourses, so that we shall see how good they can better serve maybe future generations, as they are not only good for us here and now, but they are also good for future generations. Thank you very much. It's a suggestion.
Thank you
very much.
And I'm going to ask you a question, by the way. I agree with you. I don't really necessarily want to claim that we're going to be magical, because often I see that some of the founders exaggerate about the expectations of OnPassive. We're not God, we're not creators, we're not going to solve every issue, we're not going to touch every aspect of a human personal life. So again, it goes back to how you use it, your capacity, your interest, your motivation, all of that. But I want to ask a question, whether you, if you're able to say, give me a person that is so big that we all know, a man that is alive as of now, that is big in automobile industry, big in cars, and big in space, shuttles and rockets. One person. So who's the person?
Musk. Elon Musk.
Elon, right? He's so big in both, right? Did you know that he did not invent any of them? He did not invent the first rocket. He did not invent the first car. He did not invent the first airplane, but he contributes. So that's how you want to look at it. We don't have to invent. We don't have to be the original maker, and we don't have to give directions of how to use things. We're going to contribute everybody to their ability. You're good at something, do it. Listen, everybody knows something that the other person doesn't know. Everyone has some unique information. The key is how could we get a lot of data, okay, on the table so it becomes not one idea, not two ideas. The most radical thing that really turns me off when somebody want to dictate an opinion, or I love the concept when they said mastermind, that means everybody can talk and give what's in their mind and brainstorm and, you know, process more data that we can walk away more intelligent, more informed, more motivated. So don't ever reserve an idea or a thought, even if you don't know how to do it. Don't think, oh, it's just crazy. No, say it, share it. You never know, okay? Somebody could get excited and solve it. So our idea is to get us, or hope that we can gather all the knowledge possible, and we don't need to be the makers of every aspect of it. But if we make it available, 100 years later, one of our children or grandchildren can take a look. This is how things used to be in the past, 2022, with old, you know, grand founders of OnPassive. So now that will be put to use.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Ashton. I'd like to remind you guys all, we got 1 minute, so get quite quick to your question. Ms. Nazarou. Mr. Nazarou, come on down.
Thank you. Hi, Ash. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Good to see you.
I am from Bangladesh. First
Hello,
time I am
Bangladesh.
talking to you. So, you know, for your kind information, Bangladesh has 170 million people, and now we are enjoying demographic dividend, and near about 100 million people are young and energetic. So I think
do you have
Bangladesh will be
questions?
the next business hub. My question is, earlier you have said we are going to be launch our OCoin. I am a student of augmented reality, virtual reality, and metaverse about blockchain technology. So my humble question to you, how long time it will take to launch our OCoin? I think it will be a revolutionary product on this era. Thank you, Mr. S, for giving me chance.
Absolutely, my pleasure. So our which one? I'm sorry, the sound isn't very clear. Did you hear it? Anyone else?
Did you say Academy?
No, OCoin. My query is how long time it will take to launch OCoin.
Coin.
Yeah.
I don't know the time. It's something that we have to create the market cap for it, the value, and then it will be a done deal. It's not difficult to create a coin. Initial offering coin that is a piece of cake. But if there's no value, whether products or purchasing power behind it, it's nowhere. So we are creating the two first, okay? That when you put it on the exchange, it's done. So, but I believe, you know, with the volume we have and the value of our products, it's just a matter of time. I don't know when, but it's not gonna be a too long process, or it'll just be a done deal.
Thank you, Mr. Ash. All right, Abdi, please go quick to your question.
Thank you very much. Ash, yes, I will. I just want to ask you a question regards about, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Last Friday night's Lean and Ron show, there were questions asked by Dan Street in regards about the traffic and the physical product. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, those are like a 3-day topic each. Yeah. So which one do you want?
Let's have that topic in the
specific.
next
Abdi, specific. What do you want to do about the traffic? Is we
No,
can we already talked about it.
How does the traffic help? How does the traffic help on the physical product to be in the market? How?
Oh, I understand. Yeah. So once you have the prospects, okay, in the database, that's a good point. Okay. So let's say you have the network, which is potential customers, right, of anywhere. That is a potential buyer, especially for a digital product to begin with. If it's somebody not in your country or provide that, but remember there's Mart. That's like an open, you know. I'm sorry to say it, but like listen to it and throw it. Don't say it again, okay? The OnPassive Amazon, if you wish. So the whole market will be there. I just want a reference to it, okay? And with AI, we want to get better at connecting you with the most accurate targeted, prospect. Keep in mind, if you begin with, a million, a couple of million, just at the start of our journey as OnPassive, and then push a lot of traffic for a couple of millions or a million people, okay, with their businesses. I heard somebody else talked about viral. Who's a gentleman was saying in which country he said he didn't do much, he just did the viral marketing, which is incredibly powerful. Word of mouth is more powerful.
That was me, word of mouth in Somalia.
Oh, I heard you, yeah. Oh, you said you use that before. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're able to tell 2-3 people and like word of mouth, that you're in good shape. So but here's the power about OnPassive. So you have 2-3, I have 2-3, she has 2-3, everybody has 2-3. That's where we become unlimited. Okay. So now 1 million becomes 3 million, 7 million, okay, 20 million. So we will start inviting non-OnPassive to us, okay, in the beginning. But if you look at it, like, which is the biggest crowd right now? Technically, it's either Google, okay, as a search engine, but it's open. Not everybody has a Gmail account or literally subscribe for them, or Facebook as one of the 2 largest, platforms now. If you think about it, nobody is benefiting from the data unless Facebook or Google by monetizing that and selling ad, okay? But it's not that accurate as much as they try to work on targeting, but there's still a lot of, errors, okay, in the process that sometimes you get a pitch to the wrong product. Like I didn't do that, but with OnPassive it's more elective and meshing the whole internet in one, connecting you with our AI, with our professional, I would say ethical, non-monopoly process with the right audience. In my world, I see OnPassive in the future is the traffic. So think about it, like let's say they have a billion unique customers. We don't know, okay? But what is their qualification? An email account or phone number? Perhaps not all of them are real serious buyers. We don't know their ages. We don't know. You could say, oh, yeah, I am 18. You could say that, right? But you're not 18 or, a child. How do we track that? Unless it's a more professional environment, like OnPassive with KYC and all of that. Now we have serious buyers, we have qualified targeted buyers. Qualified meaning people really have a card or a method of payment or out, they have a real identity. So I believe it's not necessarily the volume, whether we get to 1 billion or even stay at 1 million, but I do believe sincerely that we are far more effective and more qualified. Does that help you, Abdi? So we will be the traffic. We're going to buy traffic until we become the traffic and people will come to buy from us.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you.
Indeed.
Love the targeted traffic. All right, we have 3 more people with their hands up, so we're going to try to get through them real quick. Leon,
oh, we can do that. All right. So
Leon
those 3,
Holiday,
I
come
pledge
on
to
down.
help them.
All right, great. Leon, come on down.
Hello, Milo. Hello, Julie. Hello, Mr. Ash. How you doing today?
Fantastic.
Yes, my question is, I don't really have a question. I just want to reiterate. Yes, if a person is not, their basic needs are not being met, they definitely can't create it because they're thinking more like how to, like you mentioned, Mr. Ash, how to eat or how to feed themselves. And I just want to mention about the 3D printer. In 2013 is I too, when I became familiar with the 3D printer, I found a college kid printing credit card holders. And then he was printing these, he got a little contract to print these napkin holders in a restaurant with their logo on it. And it was pretty neat. And then now, if you look at it, they're printing small houses and they building fences and walls.
Cars, weapons,
weapons and everything with 3D printers. So
yeah.
it's amazing how things like that is going to, like you say, going to change our world. All those things are really here. They're here now. And if you look at these sci-fi movies, they printing everything in these sci-fi movies and they're using 3D printers. And if you see a lot of them, Lost in Space is one of them.
I'm not sure how much Nike already using, but 3D printing is being used in Nike.
Yeah,
so
print the shoes.
Some of you might be having Nike shoes. Look at it now. Okay, it could be made by 3D printing.
Yes, indeed.
There are some major brands. They are already, little by little. Here's what's beautiful about OnPassive. I heard that on last night's show, and I was, really humbled by that. The IT people that spoke, whether Oliver, Bob, or Vincent and who 3, 4,
Colin.
and Colin, yeah, four gentlemen. I appreciate the fact they understand that we have a booster, a good kickstart, ahead of our peers in a way, because we're right from the inception of our OnPassive creation. We're aware of AI and 3D printing and all those aspects. So if you realize whether it's internet connection, cable connection for your television, or I don't know, AC. So if technology, whatever you had, if it's an old building, whatever was built in is not compatible with today's requirements, they're going to have to rebuild, knock down a couple walls and rebuild and all that. That's a bit more, it's a hassle versus you built in. So we're being equipped for the future. We're creating tomorrow's technology today, as we say in the video. So I'm proud of that aspect, and I'm actually very pleased to hear others are becoming aware of. We do have a good, like even the most technological, high-tech, big, tech giants as of today, they have to go back, okay, and start fixing and fitting in, okay, just like you have a 2000 computer operating system. I don't know, Windows 2000 was back then, whatever, AOL connection and you name it, okay, and now you want to upgrade that and add all the new applications and Windows 11, okay, what is that? So
it's called reverse engineering, Ash.
you're not going to be able to do that. It's not compatible. It doesn't have the infrastructure, the capacity, the speed, the RAM, all of that, the hardware, the motherboard. It's not going to work if it's like that, old. I gave a severe radical example so I can just show you the contrast. But even if it was 5 years ago, you want to assemble something new to it, it's not as when it's built in. Always built in is more natural, more organic. It will work together, less wobbly, less, it doesn't break down, hopefully.
Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank you, Leon. We have Cynthia Brow up next, and Akram is our last one. So, yeah, Cynthia, if you would please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Hi,
Hello, sister.
Ash.
Hello,
How
hello,
you
hello.
doing?
I'm good. Good to see you.
You too. This is my passion. I just wanted to let you know that the 3D printing and the shipping containers is my passion. So is O-Tracker. I don't know a whole lot about it, but my question is, will we be able to create something in the guns to show where kids can't get to it or something like that? Because
beautiful. Wow, genius.
It
wow,
is
look
so.
at that.
Philadelphia is the city of supposed to be the city of brotherly love, and right
Tell
now
me about it. Yeah,
it's so much crime, and it's like every morning when I wake up, we lost a couple of teens over the night. It's kids. It's too many children that has guns today. So I wanted to know if you can create something in the guns, like some kind of march or something like that.
You stop it. You're tickling me. Easy on me. I just want to lay back and come on. You are killing me. Wow. Look at you. How far you come. Unbelievable.
I've always
what
thought
Cynthia
about
is saying, everybody listen up. This is her invention. It's not going to be on my name, okay? What she's saying, if from now on, the gun machines or any pistol, anything is created, it has a chip, a device that is connected, whether with AI or any smart tracking devices, no matter who's the killer, who's the gangster in the future, we will be able to trace them instantly.
Right.
I love it. Give me a hug. I love it. Oh my goodness.
I
love it.
I think
Man,
it's just.
did I get a goosebump? Unbelievable.
I think it should start in the gun stores where people or wherever people buy guns, so people would know, we'd be able to track who has the guns and where it comes from.
The wrong usage of it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Oh man, you are my goodness. Now here's the thing. That's not my industry. Okay. I'm not probably never gonna touch a gun or create a gun. I don't know. Okay, so this is not my forte. But at least if a company, if a government, military, or Pentagon, anybody would come and say, we can do the software. At least we could work on it. Okay, so don't think of it. You just get the idea. You understand? So any good deed for humanity, I'm up for it. To save life, to go after the bad guys, absolutely. I'm with you. I love it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Man.
Wow, that was awesome, Cynthia.
Well, what could top this, Milo?
I never even thought of that, but man, that was
never thought about that.
Great idea. All right, next up we have Akram Hassan. Come on down, brother. Last one.
Thank you very much, Milo. Give me a chance to say something here. Assalamu alaikum, Ash sir. This is the second time, and you have first time Bangladesh visited. That time Mahfuz webinars, I was presented there, and I also talked with you. So this is that was rememberable, and I wish you will again come in Bangladesh webinar. That will be so much enjoyable again.
We will.
And
yeah.
everyone
I
will
want to go clothes shopping there.
Yes, yes.
So here's one thing, by the way. So did you know, and I'm sorry before you put your question, but I want to add this little piece of information. Most of people probably are unaware. You know, whether it's Gucci, whether it's H&M, whatever main brand is it, Gaps, all those Louis Vuitton, you name the big brands, chances they are made in Bangladesh. Did you know that?
Wow.
Okay. Jeans, you name it, all the major brands. I'm not talking about something normal. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Yes,
that is one thing.
most of the main brands are made in Bangladesh.
That is so true. And guess what? This is one of the easiest, okay, 3D printing products. Okay. So now those people who are getting underpaid because of the labor, why they go to Bangladesh, the labor, obviously, okay, land is cheaper. Here's the thing. Oh, by the way, without the clothing industry, I don't know how would Bangladesh survive, if you think about it.
Actually, sir, I am living here in the that is actually called in garments, Bangladesh Garments Factory. That is actually most of the garments in Bangladesh in Mirpur city. So I am living here in all the garments factory here, and also there have many types
But
of printing.
create the software as Bangladeshi people, okay? Now you become the payer, okay? Instead of getting paid. I tell you. So you see, intelligence is like literally flipping the table on you know, anything that is unfair in life. So they're being underpaid. It's they're brutally treated. Okay, not the best treatment. And you know, the bosses or the people that supervise them, not necessarily the kindest people sometimes. But the idea is, I want to go shopping there for, you know, my fashion. It will be a lot cheaper, right?
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr. Ash. Akram, do you have a question for Mr. Ash? We're going to close it really quick.
Yeah. I have just a question also, and also as information is absolutely correct, and he get the information is perfect. I know that, and I have a question that do you have any plan, or OnPassive have any plan to invest metaverse technology in the coming future? You know that it is also very
we have the ambition. Yes, we do have the ambition to do it. In fact, you know, there is a proposal by the School of Health, you know, to help the dentists, you know, create what they need in that area. Again, many ideas, just like what Cynthia said. It doesn't mean it will happen in our lifetime. It doesn't, but contribute, even if you put the idea out there. But as far as, you know, the metaverse, if I understand correctly, not only that, you know, it's a thought, but we have some proposals, you know, where we're going to do it in one of our locations. They have some good AI and high level of tech designers. Okay, so we will give it a shot, definitely. I don't know, you know, I'm not technically capable of doing it, but I'm good at inspiring people. What do you need? I'll support you. Let's go get it, okay, or get it done, or go after it. And if we have 1 million people support the idea, okay, we're going to create this or that, it's possible.
Thank you, Mr. Ash. Thank you so much for always giving time for the founders. We appreciate it. I'm going to send it to Milo to say a few words to thank you, Mr. Ash, and everyone here.
Julie, can you check your messenger, please? Check your messenger.
I've got it, Lynn.
Ash, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We appreciate any time we get to hear you, man. We're excited about what's going on. And we'd like to thank all of the founders that are on the show, because without you, we would not have a show. So we thank you all for coming. It was great information today. I'm so excited about it. And back to you, Julie, to take it away.
Absolutely. Mr. Ash and everyone, always great to have you present on the Julie and Milo show. I wanted to let everyone know, if you are in an engineering field, we're holding a meeting on Wednesday on the Julie and Milo show. let's come and connect with each other and say, you know, introduce each other. I truly want to use a Julie and Milo show for all of us to get to know who you are, right? So I like to focus on whoever that in the engineering field. As we all know, there are going to be projects in OnPassive, not necessarily OnPassive is doing it, but every single one of us, and how beautiful it is where we can connect with each other and share. You know, I'm always in about masterminding. That means that if we can connect together, share our wisdom together. So on Wednesday night, we are going to have a session where we talk about, you know, the projects. Civil engineer, if you are one, and if you are electrical, I've seen that we have a long list of people in that field. So I would love for all of us to come together and just share what's your field, what's your specialties. So just in case when we have a project that coming out from the founders or the company itself, we know who to call, right? So that's kind of my idea of planning to do. So I love for all the engineers, and if you have friends and family, you know, that are in that field, do that. If you haven't filled out the form in the update box in the back office, I'd love for you to do that as well, so that I kind of know, we kind of know what field you are in. So when we do have a meeting, we'll have everyone come join us as well. As always, thank you so much for joining the Julie and Milo show. You all know we value your presence, your knowledge, your ideas here. We always appreciate you being here with us. So hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you, Mr. Ash Mufareh. You always come with, give us a lot of wisdom and heart. And from what you shared today, all of us should take it, knows that everything is possible. So
can you everybody give a big, big, big round of applause for Cynthia Brown? I just can't get ahead of it.
Assalamualaikum, Ash.
That is unbelievable. Wow, you're making history. All right, everybody, thank you.
Hello.
I enjoyed being here. I learned. Are we having a last caller here?
no,
Or,
we're good,
hello.
Mr. Ash. We're
hello,
good.
hello.
Hello,
Please,
assalamualaikum,
let's
Ash.
go. Walaikum assalam. Yes, sir.
Mission
morning.
Arabic alamat.
Thank you, Mr. Ash, for your time.
You're very welcome. Let's go change the world. I'm sorry, I'm not getting, please allow the gentleman. We don't want to feel like we're muting him or
I'm not
something.
sure where he is right now.
Yeah.
Let me look. If you have few minutes, let me see where he is.
Excuse me, Julie, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. As sir, this is Sheetla from India. Really, I'm
Sheetla.
glad. This is Sheetla Sai Verma from India, sir. Really, feel so glad to first to
Nobody
see
should
you.
call you like a short name, right?
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, actually, just one question, sir. I love you, and actually, my question is that O Academy is really revolutionary.
Academy. There's no O. Okay.
Yes,
we
sir. Yes,
took
sir.
out the A. We made it Academy. Why?
O
Because we
Academy
can.
is really a revolutionary digital platform for online learning. Sir, actually, I want to say that before sometimes I came to know that there is 1 lakh plus courses in this revolutionary platform. Right, sir? Actually,
I'm deeply sorry. I didn't get exactly your point, Shitla.
okay, thank you, sir. No
I'm
problem.
sorry. All right, let's go change the world, everybody. I got work to do, and I look forward to seeing you on the next session. Great job, Julia and Milo. Hot topic, hands down. Thanks to Cynthia Brown again and everybody who contributed here. Thanks to Ron and Len, amazing, and all the engineers and any founder. You see, you have something nobody had. Just think bigger. All right. God bless you all. I love you.
Okay,
Have a
thank you.
good night from Nashville.
Good night from Orange County, California.
Bye from Canada. Good night
Night
from
from
Frenchman,
Philadelphia.
Texas.
Good night, Leanne. Good night, Central
Everyone.
Love you, Ash.
California.
Good night,
From Frenchman, Texas.
Thank you, Ash.
Good night, Dr. Benny. Good night, Armand. Good night,
Good
Bruce.
night, Dr. Benny.
Good night, bye.
Share the love.
Chia sẻ tình yêu.
شارك الحب.
Teile die Liebe. Ayo, wakachao.
Compartamos amor.
Hozd meg a szeretetet mindenkivel.
Time of peace is coming. Everyone should sing. Better life we're loving. OnPassive will bring.
Anything you need now is in one place. Fullness waiting to be yours. Nothing less than grace.
Close your eyes, spread your wings. Make your dreams come true. Share the joy, share the love. Total freedom comes to you. Close your eyes, spread your wings. Make your dreams come true. You are not alone. OnPassive is your home.
If you believe in goodness, here it goes from above. OnPassive is here for you with great and selfless love. Join to make a paradise on earth with us together
And take care of each other forever and forever. Close your eyes, spread your wings. Make your dreams come true. Share the joy, share the love. Total freedom comes to you. Close your eyes, spread your wings. Spread your, make your dreams come true. Dreams come true. You are not alone. OnPassive is your home. Only love can make you hear. Only love brings happy cheer. Only love can make you see that we are safe. You and me, you and me, you and me. Close your eyes, spread your wings. Spread your, make your dreams come true. Share the love and only love. OnPassive is your home. OnPassive is your home. OnPassive is your home. Share the love.
Passive. It's here to stay on passive. There's just no better way. Listen to the Julie and the Milo show, cause then you can be the very first to know. OnPassive is here to stay. Julie